Okay, so hi everybody. Thanks for waiting. Sorry I'm late. Let me get to the chat because I'm not in the live chat. I don't even know where the live chat is here. It was here. Okay, so as I predicted, I was kind of half joking that somebody from his fourth grade class, Brian's fourth grade class, was going to come through. Well, it did get his fourth grade class, but came through on his sixth grade class. So anything, they're going to print anything. A crush from the sixth grade. I'm not even going to go there. It's tragedy pimping at its best, right? And then the other thing is, what was the other, good night, honey, I love you. The other thing, we're getting snow. It's not even, hey, did you guys know that's what? Know what, Peg? Hi, Gwen. Know about his sixth grade crush coming through? This is ridiculous. What is going to, is the pediatrician coming next? How about the doctor that was on duty when his mother delivered? She could come on next. The mother's OBGYN should talk all about how the pregnancy was. Don't you think so? I don't know. Robbie Bob, hi, Deborah. Hi, Norma. Did you guys know that some of the are 45%? Peg? That's okay. It's okay. I have a lot of blood work done, and my blood work is very good. My cholesterol, my triglycerides, knock on wood, are very good. In fact, my high cholesterol is off the charts good. I eat a Mediterranean diet in moderation of everything. My grandfather ate that way and lived to over 101. I'll be doing that. I don't do fad diets or things like that. But thanks for letting me know. Appreciate that, Peg. I'm glad you came in here for the first time just to tell me that. Okay, anyway. Hi, Red Like Wine. So, yeah, where was I now? Trying to think. So, yeah, they have the girl, and then they have a letter that's going around, an email that's so ridiculous, okay? And again, one of the ex-FBI agents is going around with that email, and all the email says is, hold on, let me get this up here. Like, it's crazy. And then we'll talk about the shooting too, and the other stuff, and then the Murdaugh trial is going to be starting this week, so we're going to be into that too, right? But Brian Enton is down there. Maybe I should go down. Maybe I should go down there. My friend Brian Enton. Okay, let's see here. Okay, where's this thing that everybody was posting this morning? Here it is. So this is what they're all posting. This email, okay? Brian, great to meet and talk with you as well. Gary Jenkins, Pullman, Washington. Chief Jenkins, it was a great pleasure to meet with you today and share my thoughts and excitement regarding the research assistantship for public safety. I look forward to hearing from you. Best regards, Brian. April 12th, 2022. Okay. We know from the affidavit that there was an essay in the fall of 2022 about an internship at the Pullman, Washington Police Department. So this is an email that they're all going, is this real? Is this real? To employee info. Who put employee info? That wouldn't be the employee info. That would be Brian's info, but okay. Yeah. So is this what they're saying that the Pullman Police Department released? Who released this email? Did Gary Jenkins release this email? Let's think logically for a minute. Where did this come from? Okay. You think Gary threw that out on the internet? With the gag order? Just happened to show up today? And says employee info? Number one, even if Brian had an internship, he's not an employee. An intern is not considered an employee. You know what I call? BS. Okay? And you know what else? What the heck? Is anybody even wasting their time with this? What does it tell you? What difference does it make? It's a nothing burger. A total nothing burger. Okay, so that's a nothing burger that even an ex-FBI agent is trying to, bring conspiracy about. Then, let's see, what else did I say? They have the 6th grade student. Big deal. Who the hell cares? What is a 6th grade student going to tell you that has any relevance in this case? Exactly. Next week we'll hear from the 4th grade crush, then the 2nd grade, then the kindergarten teacher that said he couldn't tie his shoes and didn't learn how to tell time according to the right timeline they had, right? And then you'll have little Johnny Bollinger, who he hit with the ball in the knee in dodgeball that they think was intentional to hurt him. And then we can get, I don't know, who else is going to come forward? This is like beyond insane. And creators that are throwing this out there, and the funniest thing I saw, a larger creator going on their community tab and calling People magazine out for not vetting something when they had live after live about the stuff People magazine put out. So why didn't they vet that? Pot calling the kettle black is for sure. Tragedy pimping it. And guess what, folks? The WSU mom, the one that tried to call up these podcasters and video creators that gave them the time of day and spin this big tale too and make video after video after video about. Well, it's not true, folks. Just like I told you, it's not. And guess what? Oh, well, just one YouTuber that people thought had integrity. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how, because this person was with people that were harassing and attacking so many in cases, okay? Saying the most atrocious things to them. But it's okay. Okay, it's great. Let's do this documentary. Well, now, apparently, that person entertained that whole WSU mom and now is being called out for it and separated from a lot of her protest friends because I guess they didn't bring forth the type of image she was trying to bring out there, because I think she wants to move away from them and go somewhere better for herself. So now they're calling her out, and all you have is this what you call trauma amongst them all. tragedy pimping the whole thing out. It's ridiculous, because when that mother came out, if anybody used common sense, and it wasn't true, I don't know. It's sad. So, okay, there's another one that's not true. And the email, what else did hold on one second. Let me just say, I want to just make sure before we move on to the next thing. If anybody else heard anything, because, see, I have people that come to me, like, during the Zooms. Anybody else have any stuff they want to verify if it's true? You have to understand there's a gag order in place. There's not going to be stuff coming from the police. There's not going to be stuff coming from investigators. So we said, let's see. The 6th grade crush. The fake email. Oh, the girl helper. See, how could I forget? Now, Elle, you told me this, right? Elle?
Me?
Yeah.
Yep.
You said that it came from, where was it, a news article or something?
Yeah.
I bit my lip.
And also, another question that isn't true. Another thing that isn't true is the Instagram, right? The Instagrams.
That's right. Well, yeah. They said that the count is gone now. Remember how many accounts they made right when he was arrested? I don't know how many Instagram accounts they made. I think there were 15, 16, 20. There were Facebook accounts. All this. Look, he's following the girls. And then it was People Magazine sliding into their DMs by an unknown source. Yeah, it's sad. But what was this girl accomplice? What was that even based on?
No idea.
What?
No idea.
Oh, okay. Is that was? Don't please tell me. Yeah, tell me. I'm just interested in where that one was coming from. The girl, not accomplice, a girl helper, advisor, or something. It wasn't an accomplice, right? It was an advisor. Somebody was. Yeah, it had a very weird name, right? Girl advisor. Let me see if I can find it here in this.
Girl helper.
Girl helper. Yeah, let's see. Girl helper. Yeah, okay.
And I know nothing about it because I refused to even listen to it because I knew it was all fake.
Yeah, Kim Kennelly
What
is
they
the
were
6th
saying.
grade crush, coming forward, right? Okay, coming forward. Yeah. 15-minute time. Let's see, girl advisor. It's really crazy. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. I don't know. This is. Okay, so I don't see the girl advisor right there. But
Oh, you found it?
I know I don't see it.
Okay, I'm gonna check YouTube
The
and
girl
watch there.
advisor. But yeah, so I mean, no girl advisor. The groups, Reddit, everything. The more information is held, the more crap they're making up. If you read some of these people in here, they're like coming unglued. And I don't know how they're going to make it through because they can't, some of them are like, I can't eat, sleep, coming out of my skin. Do they even understand how long this is going to go on? I don't know. Anyway, it's really crazy. But tomorrow is going to be the jury selection for the Murdaugh trial. And hopefully they'll start opening arguments on Tuesday. Of course, we covered that shooting, and that was just the most bizarre thing. And I don't know if you guys were watching the van, that white van that was contained. It was so weird because there were two identical white vans. I still don't understand it. And one was in a different kind of a parking lot. You should have seen our Zoom because we had it watching it live right on the news. And we're saying that's not the same scene. It's a different scene. And Sharon kept saying, no, it's the same scene. Well, then we finally found out it was two different vans, two different places, because we all thought we were going crazy, okay? Those two different vans. I don't know what happened with the other van. I still don't know what happened with the other van. Kevin came in and was like, they've got the white van. So I put it on, and they didn't make it clear. And then finally we heard them say, there's two different vans, because I think people thought they were losing their minds, okay, and the conspiracies were going off the wall. But they blocked this van in. They had a drone. They had, big armored vehicles and Bearcats going onto the side of it. And they finally walked up, broke the window. They were actually climbing through, and they say that the suspect was deceased in the in the driver's seat, though you don't see him. And they take this big, bloody something out of the van, but that was it. And then he's apparently a 72-year-old Asian man. And last night everybody was thinking that this was a hate crime, and yet the perpetrator is an Asian man. This, it's just crazy. And what was the motive? And I heard someone say that there was something about jealousy, but I don't know. Let me see if I can find out anything on that here. Let me see. So we were looking at a Texas woman that was mowed down. She didn't die because she used her neighbor's garbage can. So she ran her down. A really crazy video, but let's see what's going on.
So Carolyn, I couldn't find it.
You couldn't find it anymore?
No,
Girl helper?
but there's a question.
Yeah.
Post, how do investigators assure they are not cross-contaminating seeds? Because that was something you brought up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they should all be trained not to do that. That's what they're trained for. That's what all the training is about, not to cross-contaminate scenes. Right?
Right. They do use the same law enforcement for both locations, but they have booties and suits and gloves.
Yeah, and they're trained. I mean, if they're not, it's a crime scene team that's on there. Crime scene investigators, they're trained.
Right.
So, okay, here was the one standoff, and the one van, and then there was another one that was almost identical. I still don't understand what the two vans are. And this is the suspect who is now deceased. Let's see. Authorities surrounded a white cargo van they believe to be connected to the mass shooting at a California Lunar New Year celebration. That's actually false, because the police said it really wasn't part of the California Lunar New Year celebration, that it happened after it was over, and it happened at a dance club. They found a man dead inside from a self-inflicted gunshot wound when they reached the vehicle. Sources said that 2 bullet holes were seen in the driver's side window just before SWAT teams approached the vehicle, with the driver appearing to be slumped over the steering wheel. Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna did not confirm the man inside the van was the suspect in the shooting at the Star Dance Studio in Monterey Park, which left 5 men and 5 women dead. Could it be our suspect? Possibly, Luna said, according to the Los Angeles Times. But at this time, if we're doing our jobs correctly, we're not only looking at that situation or scenario, but we're making sure that we're looking at any and every possibility. The Star Dance Studio gunman appeared to fire indiscriminately inside the building. Investigators also believe the same gunman went to the Lili Ballroom in nearby Alhambra, where another New Year's celebration was taking place. But people there wrestled his gun from him, and he fled. Luna did not say what type of weapon was recovered from the Lili Ballroom, but he did say investigators don't believe it was an assault rifle was used in Monterey Park. I don't know how they say an assault rifle was not used, because that eyewitness account says that. I don't. That's so weird. Investigators described the suspect in both locations as an Asian man. An image taken right from security video showed him wearing glasses and a winter hat. They said at the time they knew the suspect's name, but declined to release it. Luna said that investigators have been searching for a white van after witnesses reported seeing the suspect fleeing from the Alhambra in one. And yeah, it was crazy. Let's see if I can show what it was like. Yeah, it's like they were pulled. This is the van one of the vans, but for two different scenarios, scenes. It was very weird. And let's see what we have.
At
By
the second
noon-
event, he was disarmed. People
Right.
took the gun.
Yep.
See?
Yep. By noon, police had surrounded the van in the parking lot of Tokyo Central, a Japanese grocery store. Police announced that the operation around the van was completed at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. In addition to the 10 dead in Monterey Park, at least 10 others are wounded. So, yeah, that's pretty sad. But yesterday, it was forever for anybody to cover this, and it's just so crazy. Okay, and we're going to see Alex Murdaugh trial begin tomorrow, which is crazy, but they wanted this speedy trial. Let's see what happens. The jury selection begins Monday in the trial of disgraced South Carolina legal scion Alex Murdaugh, accused of the June 2021 murders of his wife Maggie and his son Paul. That happened on the family's hunting estate called Moselle in South Carolina. In Low Country, prosecutors say Murdoch killed Maggie and Paul to hide and distract from the incredible fraud and financial crimes that were uncovered in the course of the murder investigation for his son. Okay, so his son was due to go on trial for the death of Mallory Beach. Mallory Beach was on a boat that Paul, Alex Murdaugh's son, was driving while intoxicated, and he hit a bridge piling, and Mallory was ejected off of the boat. They found her about a week later, deceased, of course, and her parents have just won a wrongful death suit, but Paul was on trial for that, then all of this fraud, and they're saying that Alex allegedly murdered his wife and son to take the heat off of him. But there's a lot behind this. There's maybe the alleged involvement with a death of a housekeeper, then that botched murder for hire plot where he was changing a tire, hired someone to shoot him, where he's been accused of running all the drugs in those counties. There's just so much embezzling. I don't know how many dollars, millions of dollars, at least hundreds of thousands, from the law firm. From his wife was also saying she had millions of dollars, millions from his clients and law firm. It's just crazy. And they were a very revered family. His great-great-grandfather founded the law firm, and it's going down in flames, so much so they had to change the name and take the Murdaugh name off of there because it's not the revered name it was. And let's see, so that is going to start tomorrow. We will cover that. Let's see what else we have. So the Mexican authorities are still pushing for extradition of a suspect in the death of vacationing Shaquilla Robinson. That's the North Carolina woman that was killed, murdered in Mexico, and let's see, that's still going on. The Mexican prosecutor investigating the death of a vacationing North Carolina woman last year said that he is working with American authorities to determine if there were any accomplices in her death. Baja California Attorney General Daniel De La Rosa said in November that he secured an arrest warrant for a friend who traveled to Cabo San Lucas with Shaquilla Robinson and several other friends, a trip that ended tragically when Robinson died, and conflicting reports about how she died. Robinson died on October 29th, the day after she and friends traveled to Cabo. Initially, the friends told Robinson's family that she died of alcohol poisoning, but her death certificate said she died from a severe neck injury. And then a video surfaced that appeared to show one of Robinson's friends attacking her while she did nothing to defend herself. Anaya said at that time the arrest warrant was for a person he described as the direct aggressor against Robinson. The suspect, however, has not been officially named. At a news conference on Friday, Anaya said he's working with the U.S. authorities towards the extradition of this subject, a process that can be lengthy, even with countries that have extradition treaties, as the United States and Mexico do. He also said he wants U.S. authorities to grant interviews with everyone involved in the investigation. It is important to obtain the court order with regard to whoever is responsible for this, but also if there were any accomplices, he said. Anya stressed that there is no impunity in this case. Everything is under investigation. Anaya said that he'll be alerted if the suspect leaves or enters the country. So let's see what's going on there, because our family really wants justice for that. And no bond for the elderly Florida woman who shot her terminally ill husband in the hospital in Daytona Beach. Here's a picture of the woman, 76 years old. She was charged with first-degree murder in the shooting death of her terminally ill husband, which police say was the result of a murder-suicide agreement. She made her first court appearance on Sunday, and she was ordered held without bond. Ellen Gilland fatally shot Jerry Gilland, 77, in his Daytona Beach hospital room Saturday morning, and then she barricaded herself inside. Daytona Beach Police Chief Jakari Young said the couple made a pact about 3 weeks ago when Jerry Gilland told his wife he was dying. The standoff between the elderly woman and heavily armed police lasted for about 4 hours after Ellen was unable to go through with the suicide portion of the agreement. The goal was for him to do it, but he did not have the strength, so she had to carry it out for him. We were able to establish a dialogue with her. We used a distractionary device to get her to put that gun down long enough for us to hit her with less lethal force and get her into custody. The distractionary device was a flashbang, and the less lethal force was a beanbag round. The Gillands were the only people in the room at the time, and no one else was hurt. At no time were any of the hospital staff threatened or any other patients. Ellen was charged with first-degree murder and 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. She was appointed a public defender. So that was their pact, but he couldn't pull the trigger, and now do they really know? And then she couldn't go through with her portion of it. So that's very sad all around there on that. Let's see. And then we have, what do we have here? The neighbor who mowed down in Texas, her neighbor, because they had a dispute over a trash can. Woman didn't die, but there's a video out there if you want to go and watch that. It's just crazy. The 6-year-old, we talked about this last night, 6-year-old that shot his teacher. There's more coming out about there. The parents of the 6-year-old are coming forward saying that their son had a disability, but they don't say exactly what it is, but that they say that they would have to go to school every day. So the 6-year-old Virginia boy who shot his teacher early this month had previously said he wanted to set a teacher on fire and watch her die. On January 6th, the child, whose identity still has not been released, pulled a handgun and opened fire on his teacher, Abigail Zwener, a first-grade teacher at Richneck Elementary School in Newport News, Virginia. She was injured but survived, thankfully. And this week, it's been reported that the teacher and other educators at the school had expressed concerns about this boy's behavior and along with the threats to the administration, but that their fears were rebuffed. So Werner sought help in dealing with the child and raised alarm about his conduct. According to the messages reviewed by the newspaper, she had asked for help, one school employee wrote. Several times, another employee said. The newspaper detailed several incidents involving the student that raised concerns. The boy had allegedly written a note to a teacher telling her that he hated the female teacher and he wanted to light her on fire and then watch her die. The teacher showed the note to the school administration and was told to dismiss the threat. Okay. In another instance, the boy had allegedly disrupted the class by throwing furniture and other objects, causing the boy's peers to hide underneath their desks. The boy then blocked the teacher and students from leaving the room until a teacher from the outside was able to force open the door. The teacher also said the school's special education services lacked adequate resources and have a heavy caseload. Before the shooting, at least one school official was reportedly told that the boy may have a weapon with him, but no gun was found after a search of his backpack. Police are continuing to investigate the shooting, which Newport News Police Chief Steve Drew described as intentional. But here's the thing. Parents are saying now that they were with him in the classroom. So what happened? Did this all happen this week that they weren't with him? What was going on? So something sounds fishy. In a statement Thursday, the boy's parents claimed that the gun had been secured at home and that their son suffers from an acute disability, but didn't say what it was. Parents said that one of them would usually accompany the boy to class, but the shooting happened the first week when we were not in class with him. We will regret our absence on this day for the rest of our lives. But where were they when he was throwing furniture? And where was he when he was locking students in the classroom? Where was he then? Where was he when where were they when he was writing this note? What was going on then?
I don't understand why he wasn't homeschooled.
I don't understand anything. There's a lot in here that I don't think we're getting the full story on this at all. It's too much that's not adding up, not making sense. Let's see here. Okay, so we did that. We did the Daytona. Missing Tennessee mom's body found. Ex-husband now facing a murder charge. So we have another husband. This guy looks like a hothead. See it in him. Authorities in Tennessee have arrested the ex-husband of a missing woman after a body was found around 5 p.m. on Friday. The Haywood County Sheriff's Office received a phone call from someone stating that Kevin Watson wanted to turn himself in. Sheriff's deputies were dispatched to the caller's address in Tipton County, where they arrested Watson on a warrant for first-degree murder. Hours later, 8:30 p.m., Hayward County Sheriff Billy Garrett Jr. confirmed a body was located near Watson's address. Kevin Watson has been located and is now in custody in the Haywood County Jail on first-degree murder warrant for the death of his former wife, Brittany Watson. Investigators have not yet identified the body, which will be examined by a coroner in an autopsy. Watson had been a suspect in the disappearance of Brittany Watson and was the subject of an arrest warrant issued on Wednesday. The developments came days after crews conducted extensive searches for Brittany, including searches aided by Shelby County Sheriff's Office and Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Authorities are suspending further search efforts pending the outcome of the autopsy. Brittany is a mother of two, was last seen between noon and 1 on January 7th, wearing jeans and a gray hoodie. Last weekend, police located a truck believed to belong to Kevin Watson near a wildlife area. At the time, police believed that he might have been armed and suicidal based on a note that he left inside the truck. Watson's being held without bond in the Haywood County Jail. Nice. And now, what about missing Brittany Tee? Because see if there's any new information about that. They're just saying that it continues. Authorities have resumed their search for missing Massachusetts woman. Brittany Tee was last seen 11 days ago, leaving her Brookfield home. State police tweeted shortly after 11:40 a.m. Saturday they were searching a large wooded area near Brittany's home and along Route 9 and Route 148. The state assets involved in Saturday's search included 18 troopers from Massachusetts State Police Special Emergency Response Team, with troopers from Brookfield and Holden Barracks K-9 officers and a drone. The Worcester County District Attorney Joseph Early said that Brookfield police officers and firefighters continue to be involved in the search, and that officers and cadets from the police department have joined the search effort along with 2 civilian teams, Central Massachusetts Search and Rescue and Berkshire Mountain Search and Rescue. The search efforts will continue into the next week. They said early Saturday. Let's see here. And this is a picture we showed of her with her hair in a convenient, up in a bun there on January 6th, 2023, with that black jacket that she was seen. Her boyfriend's been very cooperative. And she was, we've been through a lot of these investigations, and when you've got everyone cooperating, is it a good sign? Yes, in terms of whether or not it's a search or a crime scene, they said. So she worked in a liquor store and is well known around town. Her family said she had no immediate plans outside of central Massachusetts. She would not leave on purpose this long. Brittany Tee said, she always contacts us no matter what. She's never done it. She's never left. We've always known where she was. We've always talked to her almost daily. So this is, put this out again. Hopefully she'll be found. Different looks for her. And there's the number. Oh, sad. And now let's just see if we've got anything I'll note here. So we have
Obsession with true crime slayed in 2022.
What is
From
going on?
podcasts to TV shows to movies, we just
I hate when these ads pop up here. It's driving me crazy. Okay, get away, ads. So Anna Walsh, nothing new there. You know what I am waiting for is the when will they unseal the Pennsylvania search warrants for Bryan Kohberger's car and his parents' house and the DNA. I'm going to see if I can find. That is a question I don't see anybody. I've been asking that for days, hoping that they would unseal those. Let's see. Pennsylvania State Police.
Carolyn Snow Remover said that can someone on panel tell Carolyn that we can hear background noise from her TV and home?
Okay, I'm sorry. Jimmy has that on and he left, and I just wasn't going to leave dead air, so I was waiting till somebody comes back. Sorry about that. Okay, we'll try to rectify that as soon as we can. All right. Unfortunately, other people live here in the home. Okay.
And I want to say hello to everyone in chat.
All right. Hang on a minute.
This is Debbie Scooter. Hi, Mary and Deb and Gwen and Tammy, Flo, Jeanette,
Okay,
Janice,
so let's see.
Bobby, Bob, and Margot,
Where
and
was I?
Christy, and
So I was trying
everybody
to see about
else.
this. I don't know why they haven't unsealed the
Rocky Ball.
search warrant, but I'm waiting on that. I really want to see what they got from his car, from his. So okay, so let's see. All right. Hi, Rich. So let's see what's the chat saying. Oh, we got a new member. Let's see. Hi, Sierra M. Thank you for becoming a new Deputy Rambler. We appreciate that very much. Thank you. Okay. What's going on?
And hi, Ashley and Sherry.
There's no reason to get upset, Snow. I don't know. I don't know what. I can only do so much. I heard it when I went on, and he went, unfortunately, to go do something. So I have the task of either leaving a whole bunch of dead air, which I think is more detrimental than, and as soon as I can get that lowered, I will get it lowered.
Yeah, don't go, Snow. Don't go. We're glad you said something.
Here's Jimmy right now, so then Jimmy can take care of it. You left the TV on, and it's very distracting.
I'm glad, Snow, that you said something.
Yeah, I heard it myself, but I couldn't get up and do anything about it.
And hi, Linda and Debbie.
What's the wow? What's wow, Debbie L? I'm lost. What's wow?
And hi, Ann Rose.
I'm lost at what's going on. Because I'm
I
just
don't-
sitting
I
here
don't
trying to do something. I don't know what's going on. And I'm sorry that he left the TV on.
Well, what happened?
Because they're flipping in the chat now.
What?
I don't
No,
know. It's going to be my fault, of course.
all good. No, it's all good.
It's not good. What is Debbie L wowing about?
I don't know. She might have been wowing about something else.
I don't know.
It's okay.
I don't really need this. Thank you, Gwen in UK.
Hi, Gwen. Thank you.
I don't know. The TV was loud. I heard it, but I didn't want to leave a bunch of dead air. So I just tried to keep on topic. I don't know what's going on either. And then anything I say is just like, hello, Mary Frances. How are you?
I love that name, Mary Frances.
What you're reading? Oh, okay. There. Thank you for letting me know, Debbie L. Because it's no, really. It's very easy to misread something in a chat, and
I hear you. Yeah.
it's you don't know what it is, and it's like I just feel like I get blamed for everything.
Well, because you do, and I'm not saying that Snow's blaming you for anything, but you do. You've got a valid point.
Yeah.
And I get blamed for a lot of it right along with you.
Yeah. It's a little bit ridiculous.
But you get it, worse, obviously.
So anyway, I don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes we make a lot of noise on panel. No, it wasn't the panel. It was Jimmy left the TV on. Is Roman here? Do you have Roman?
No.
Oh.
Watching the grand puppy again?
Yeah. Sometimes we make a lot of noise on panel. Everything is Scooter's fault, Janae? That's nice.
Not just keep blaming it on me. I'm used to it.
Okay, well, I plan to continue. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happens. Like it's like I say. Sometimes you could say the littlest tiny thing, and it just goes out of control. I don't even know what happened. I didn't even see Snow Remover's response. I just saw people saying, "Snow, don't leave." So what happened? Is Snow still here? Snow, what's going on? It's not a problem. I'm not upset about it. I was going to lower it myself. I just didn't want to have a bunch of dead air. Everything's good. There's no reason to leave. Okay, so let me get the panel on. Let's see. Uh-oh, where's our panel?
I'm here. Elle, are you here? Sharon?
I'm here.
Sharon.
Yes, I'm here.
Sharon's been very quiet.
I've just been listening, so.
Well, I've been listening too.
Okay, let's dial this back. It was a TV. It was nothing. Let's just bring it back.
It's okay, Casey. See you around. See you around the tubes.
Casey.
Hey, Peg. Peg said, woo, not wow.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Jeanette says nothing happened. Right, Jeanette? Maybe we could use a call in from you, Jeanette.
What, Carol?
I said maybe we could use a call in from Jeanette. No, kidding. Okay.
It's good to hear from Jeanette. We haven't heard
Yes,
her
yeah,
in a
and you
long
stood
time.
up to your name, removing the snow. Is Snow Remover okay? I don't see Snow Remover yet.
Snow, come
Hi,
back.
Margot.
We love you, Snow.
Hey, Lindy Reeby. So I wonder when these search warrants will be unsealed, and nobody wants to talk about that. I don't see anybody talking about that. Only this crowd.
Or the Idaho court.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, there's probably, I hope there's like a treasure trove of evidence at his parents.
But I just don't
and
know
his
why
car.
nobody's asking about it. That's the funny thing.
Well, those reporters all got together and wanted to fight the gag order.
Yeah, but forget the gag order. They can be released without the gag order. You know, I mean, no bearing on the gag order. They can be released just like the other one was.
Right.
And why haven't the Pennsylvania search warrants been released? Maybe Monday. Maybe Monday will be the day. I don't know.
Why do you think they'll do that with it still having a gag order?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the gag order.
Oh, okay. Right,
Yeah.
because they released the other one. That's right.
Yeah.
Hi, Isabel B.
Hi, Isabel. Hi, Chris Ray. Is it a full moon?
I don't know.
I'm starting to feel like it might be again. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's not the only thing. It's just been so fun. This is exactly what I was wondering too. I have every intention of asking you tonight. Oh, where are they? And I can't. People would much rather talk about fake news and his 6th grade crush. And oh, thank you, Ashley. You upgraded your membership to a Detective Rambler. Thank you very much. Probably trying to space it out to keep public interest up. I don't think so. I
doubt that.
No, not law enforcement and stuff.
They're not going to think of,
They'd rather it to die down. They don't want to really bring anything up.
Captain Lee?
Hi, Captain Lee.
No full moon, Carolyn.
No full moon? Okay.
Crescent.
Oh
You're
boy.
right on it,
Then
though.
we're in trouble. We're in big trouble. So if anybody has anything you want to call in and ask about any of the cases we're following, or the Murdaugh trial, or you think that I should take a trip down to South Carolina and be on location and cover the Murdaugh trial, and
Hey, has there been anything else about Delphi? I haven't
I don't think so.
been into any of this stuff lately.
No, but I finished this show.
No?
No, not that I saw. Just showing them the show.
Pretty.
It's not showing up as well as it should. And then I did finish this one, and I put the like pinkish metallic on this one.
I love that.
Yeah, I don't know about Janae. Janae should be the roving reporter for the Murdoch trial.
Scooter, you look really pretty today, Scooter.
So cute.
Thank
Did you
you.
do the back on that one
You're
too?
welcome.
I did the back on this one with the pink but I
Oh,
didn't.
yeah.
I didn't do this one yet. Just white. I might put something on the back of it.
Yeah.
Hi, Tammy Flo.
So how is everyone tonight?
Good.
I think I'll probably
Oh,
this one for my son.
Robert
when he
says
comes home.
Deborah Van Couverden. Wasn't there something that happened about a week ago with Delphi?
Oh yeah, a week ago. Yeah, they were going to talk about changing the venue. We talked about that, and then
They're not going to, though, are they?
no,
Or is it?
I don't think so. No, they're not changing the venue. They're
I
going to
hope
do
not, 'cause
something
then I
about.
want to go.
Yeah, are you going to go on that one? But that's going to be. That'll probably be 2 years from now.
Well, what does that mean?
No, I mean yeah. I don't know.
If it's 2 years from now, I can't go.
You can go.
Mommy Ramblings reporting live on the ground.
Oh my gosh. Please leave your DNA.
I'll have my decoupage. No, I'll take the hand crocheting.
Hand crochet? You're crocheting? Oh, the
No,
hand
in
crochet.
court.
Oh boy.
I could do that in the court. be hard to do diamond painting.
I wonder, some people are saying he might get off because that he still has very powerful connections and it's a very circumstantial case. I don't think so. I
don't think he
And
will.
I should tell.
I don't think he will.
No, he won't.
I don't think he will because I don't even think that his family likes him very much, especially like his brother that's in that law firm and stuff. And I don't think I don't think they took kindly to how he dirtied the family name and all of that. I don't think he will.
I didn't even know
His
anything
family
about
may
that.
have what?
Wait, you're talking about
Murdoch, yeah.
Murdoch,
Yeah, I think like his brother's like deeply embarrassed, and that's why they had to change the name of the law firm, and they took Murdoch off it completely. And I don't think he's exactly a pillar, and I think they want him convicted, honestly. So I don't think he'll get off.
Well, if they believe he's guilty, they should want him.
I mean, he's got a very good defense lawyer. It should be an interesting trial. But I don't think he'll get off. There's some people are saying, oh, then he might get off. You're going to do a charcuterie board of candy and treats for Valentine's Day. The shell will be on there for candy cards. Oh yeah, I have to send that stuff out tomorrow. I'm just behind on everything, Janae. And Rough and Ready, hopefully get your stuff out tomorrow as well. And then to the new people that bought stuff, I'll get that invoiced as soon as I can. Yeah, Mark Barb says he has burned too many bridges. Yes, and you know what? I'm not in live chat, so I might have missed some chats.
I just realized I wasn't either.
If anybody would like to call in and ask any questions about any case, you're welcome to.
Hi, Barb Olson.
Even if I don't know it, I will go through and look for it. Captain Lee fans, I completely agree about chicken. It rips my heart about. Oh, about children. I thought you said chicken. That's not the first time I've done that. Anyone watching the Iowa murder trial? That's the Iowa one. Is that's not the one where? Is that the one where he killed his parents and sister? It's so confused. Is that the one?
Is that Iowa?
I'm wondering if that's the one.
Probably is.
Whatever happened with the antifreeze one? Is that over?
That's still ongoing.
Oh.
I'm trying to catch up on it. I think I'm on day 3.
I'm going to just immerse myself in Murdaugh, so I really can't get too crazy.
It's a retrial.
Yeah, I know, right, because
Did he go off on the last one?
Not so much with
No, he was convicted. Got life in prison.
But I know Robbity Bob, but I think it's going to be one heck of a trial. I think it is. Hang in there. Linda's got lots of snow. We're getting snow right now. And my daughter and son are going, they're flying out in a few hours out of JFK. So, hey Lisa Holban, how are you? So, good thoughts and prayers for them to have a safe trip, because I'm just freaked out about that near miss last week. And then we're supposed to they have a 2-hour delay already for school tomorrow.
Do they?
Oh yeah, we're supposed to get, what did this is 3 to 6 inches, and then
6 inches.
something like that. Yeah, well, it's really we haven't had much snow at all. We didn't have any snow before. I mean, there was nothing on the ground. Why is it a retrial? It was because, oh gosh, what was the reason that there was a retrial in that case?
They said it was prejudicial because they used the wife's note.
Oh, right. After they found a message, I think, and a note, and they played it, and it felt like it prejudiced the jury.
They read it where it said if anything happens to
her, it's husband.
my husband, he did it.
That should be submissible. That's great evidence.
Exactly. But they said no, because it's where he can't answer to that. You know? Isn't that ridiculous?
It's totally ridiculous. It's like Nicole Brown, like when she wrote the letter about OJ, about if something happens to me. I mean, it's so obvious.
But the thing is, Elle, the letter will still come in because he wrote about it himself in some manuscript that he wrote while he was, I believe, in jail. So they're still going to hear this letter.
Why are they bothering with the retrial?
I don't know.
You're getting rain, Debbie-L? Yeah, what was I going to say? Something about, remember the corn rake murder, and then when he was doing the CPR, remember he had to go to HELLU cheating WHORE? Remember that?
I do.
That was so creepy.
I know.
Oh my gosh, this guy killed his wife and
Uh-huh.
on a corn
Iowa.
rake. In Iowa, on a corn rake, and then made his son go find her, and then he was doing CPR, and the 911 operator heard him saying, like, they said, "Are you still doing CPR?" He's like, "Yes, yes, yes," and then he's like, he's saying, they're like, "What is it?" And then they have it in the jury. It's not funny. It's just horrible. Go to HELL, you cheating whore.
Yeah. And see, she had an affair, okay? She did have an affair on him, but it was a one-night stand. Well, he could not get past that. And he has an obsession, a very weird obsession with the male private part. So for years, she was receiving emails, she was receiving notes and stuff like that, with all this pornographic stuff. And it was actually him doing it. They were trying to, he was trying to make it
And then
seem
she
like
had
it's someone
surgery.
else.
She had some kind of surgery right before that, and then he was searching the computer, like, what part of the body do you stab and stuff, like, remember that? He did those searches, and they
For
had
the
a big,
porn rate?
yeah, and they had a breakfast and
Oh, yeah.
everything before
Oh,
they
yeah.
went out, and then he kept asking her about some dog kennels, if she could go in this other shed and get the dog kennels.
I remember one thing that he was doing CPR. He said he got blood on him from the CPR, but then they were able to tell that it was splatter. They did tests.
Are you talking
that-
about the corn rake one?
Yeah, is that case or is that a different case?
I don't. It's been on a lot of cases. It's been in the staircase murder. The guy that his wife fell down the stairs, and he said he was jumping all over her. That's how he got the blood on him. Yeah.
Yeah.
High speed drifter.
There's a lot of high speed drifter. High. Thank
I
you,
don't know,
whoever
though, this
answered
one
my
that I'm,
question.
like I said, I'm only on day 3, but it's pretty good, that trial, guys. Carolyn, I'm surprised you're not watching it.
Kevin said it wasn't so. Kevin said he was trying to watch it, but he couldn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Kevin?
Yeah, he turned me off on it. Hi, Philly Farmhouse.
I
Todd
really
Mullins was the
most-
corn rake. Yeah, the corn rake. That is the.
Well, I'm into it for some reason. I don't know, but I am.
Same story, different day, different way. Unbelievable.
Corn rake, creepy people. Yeah, and I remember it was so weird when we were covering that trial for the longest time, and then I went into Tractor Supply, and they had a corn rake Christmas ornament.
Oh,
And I did buy it, though.
Christmas ornament.
I did buy it in a creepy way. I did buy it. Just because we had spent so much time on that corn rake trial,
Oh, yeah.
I can't look at one of those corn rakes the same way again. It's just,
Thankfully, you don't have to.
I do see them a lot, though.
It is kind of like a pitchfork in a way.
Yeah, but it's got like many tines, and then they curve around, and they like got into. He knew exactly where to.
He said it was an accident.
No, he said he didn't know. He said he was working in the barn, and he told the son to go to the house and then go find out what's holding up your mother in that shed over there. And then he's like, and then my son's like, Dad, you better get over here right away. And then he said she
Right.
fell on it. She probably was weak from her surgery, and she mightn't have fallen on it. You know?
MD, I love the judge. He doesn't play around. I do love him. He's pretty good. He makes it entertaining,
Well,
too.
there's our MD, because we had ME the last time, and then I was like, where's our MD? And then I know the avatar, and that's MD. These murders seem to be getting more bizarre. But yeah, the corn one is a few years ago. But Murdoch case is just crazy. And we went by the house when we were on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And they ended up having to sell everything. They sold that house, you know.
That's how one we saw.
Yeah.
How many homes did they have?
They had the Moselle, the big hunting camp. They had that one. I think they had another one. They might have had even more because she fell on it once and then got up and fell on it again. Yeah, the corn rake. Ugh. So gross. And
You guys want to play a little Jeopardy again?
Yeah.
Carolyn?
Please.
sure. The thing that bugged me was that it was such a long distance from the barn to the shed. The timeline didn't seem right. No, it wasn't right. And then everybody was really upset too that he made the son go make that discovery.
Oh, I know. That was horrible. Wasn't it?
Yep. The killer for yesterday, killed 10 others wounded. I wonder what somebody said the motive was. They heard it was jealousy or something, but I don't know. Everybody was sure it was going to be a hate crime, and then it turned out to be an Asian man.
Hi,
Right?
video reel.
Hi, video reel.
The ballroom dancing, maybe he had a ex-girlfriend or ex-wife that was dancing with someone else.
Did
That's why I
they
thought
find
it. I don't
that? Oh, because I don't know where Heaven. I called him Heaven. Where Kevin heard that.
It's just a theory. I anyway, said it was my theory. And then I read somewhere, I can't remember where, of course, but I read that theory from someone else.
Oh, and Shiva, I want to talk to you.
No,
You can call
I said
in.
hi to you and Sheber. No, don't go.
Why don't you call in? I didn't see you asking. I think I did respond to you on something. You know that everybody loves you and Shiva, or we would never have, helped out with something. We love you. Please don't feel that way. Shooter was Asian, but maybe he was acting out of hate. Yeah, I don't know, High Speed Richard. I don't know what the heck the motive was. At all. Let's see. Somebody said, let me see, but I don't think there's any more. I don't think they released. It's just so weird that they took so long to cover it.
Andy.
It was crazy last night. There was no one from any really big news networks
Well,
there.
they're saying jealousy. Somebody said, but I don't know if that's just.
It's like a theory, I think. My theory.
Okay, so community leader Chester Chong says he believes a domestic dispute may be a possible motive for the mass shooting at a dance studio. That's from ABC News. Let's see here.
That's what I thought it would be.
Through talking with friends that were in attendance and other local leaders, he said a woman was invited to the event, but not her husband, which made him upset. Chong said he believes the woman's husband is the suspect in this case, and jealousy may be a possible motive for the shooting. According to Chong, it was not uncommon for the owner of the dance studio to hold these types of events and only invite certain people. He said people got upset all the time about not being able to attend the events. Investigators have not corroborated Mr. Chong's information or given a possible motive for the mass shooting. During a press conference on Sunday morning, LA County Sheriff Robert Lana described the suspect as an Asian male between 30 to 50 years old, but they say he's 72. Based on preliminary information, a more detailed description was not available, and that's when the suspect was on the loose. But since then, it's a 72-year-old male. Okay.
Did he commit
Just-
suicide?
Yeah, he
Jealousy
killed
theory.
himself.
The
Yeah.
jealousy theory works because of the venue of the shooting, where a woman would be dancing with someone else or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
The video. Hey, Mary Carlton.
One friend that he walked by. Other than, what are they saying? Other about the one friend that other than she didn't call 911 for a while. She should be able to say 100%. She gave an eyewitness account, and plus they have other interviews with her that they haven't released to the public, so we don't know what's said in those. We'll find out at some point, but they do have interviews with her.
Yeah, people need to realize that girl has
Took
been
too
through a
long.
horrible trauma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it took a long time. Everyone have a great night. Good night, Sherry. You going to bed already? Wow, you're an early to
Yeah.
bed. Early to bedder lately. Why would you shoot all of those random strangers? I don't know, High Speed Drifter. Isn't crazy? It's just crazy. That's what I mean. People are flipping out. It's like, you could say, you never know what could set somebody off.
I know, the littlest thing.
Yeah, that's why when I was shopping with the kids yesterday, I'm always like, oh my gosh, I'm like on high alert now, because you never know if they say something. What if somebody thinks they heard something and they just go, well, I'm like on, just waiting.
Right.
It's a different world we're in now. You just never know when anybody's going to flip out about anything.
People
What'd
seem
you
to
say
be
to
very
me?
angry,
You know?
very distraught. I think it has a lot to do with the economy.
Hey, Serenity Trek, how are you?
Hi, Serenity. Sweet dreams, Sherry. Sweet dreams, Jeanette.
Since he is dead, we may never know. No, yeah, I know.
Hi, Robbie. I don't know if I said hi. I think I did. The beginning.
Lisa said something needs to be done because we have so many mass shootings. I can't even believe that. Do you remember the number they said, Sharon? Like 7 already this year? Something like that. And I was like, this year? It's January, what is it, 23rd? Yeah, as of Monday.
Well, yeah, 23rd technically.
I was just thinking that it's not. I know, Frilly Farmhouse. I don't like to go a lot of places anymore, really.
Yeah.
Especially like a lot of events and stuff. I don't even want to go to Walt Disney World.
Yeah, but you can't let that stuff stop you.
It's hard not to.
Crazy.
It's very scary.
I always say if it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
No, I don't like that saying.
You don't worry as much
The
now.
insanity going on in Atlanta. Yeah.
Really?
I'm back. I know you missed me.
There have been yeah,
We did.
of course.
Oh, good.
Very different. Yeah. It's nuts.
There was just somebody I saw moving out not too long ago when we were somewhere.
Really, so many people.
Yeah, I can't remember now. Maybe it'll come to me.
A lot of people flipping out at the drive-throughs, and then there was that guy that tried to pull that lady through the coffee window.
Yeah.
Did you see that? You didn't see that? We watched it. And yeah, they had a bikini coffee bar, so everybody's dressed in bikinis, and the guy grabbed her, and he had a zip tie in his hand. And he tried to pull her through the window. I don't know how he thought he was going to get her through the window. He didn't get her through the window,
I know, right?
but he tried to. It's crazy. Go out doing what you enjoy, I say. Oh. I just need to charge all those terrorists in Atlanta.
The after Christmas blues.
after Christmas blues?
Like when Christmas ends, you're all let down because you've been looking forward to
January, but no, I think it's everybody's got bills coming in and all that too.
Yeah, the economy, definitely.
And it is a letdown, yeah.
They're getting outrageous.
Prices are, yeah. Hi, Timmy. Don't let it stop you, but be aware. Yeah, but there's like just some things like, I won't go to that. Like, I don't know. It's nothing like, it's going to stop. But I mean, like certain things, like, I don't know. If there was like, what was somebody saying recently? Somebody said, oh, I wouldn't want to go there. Somebody just said the Super Bowl. They didn't want to go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was a real option for them too. But
what is that? When is the Super Bowl?
It's usually within
February,
right? Yeah, yeah. I wasn't planning on going to that, but I'll use that as a good excuse because
Right.
I honestly really wouldn't even want to go to that.
You know where I really feel at a movie theater? I'm very afraid to go to a movie theater.
Really?
Because you're so trapped.
But see, you're letting your fears take over now.
No, I do that. I shouldn't.
You want to live your life while you're still healthy and young enough to do things.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some things like I would not want to stand in Times Square for New Year's, but I would not want to do that anyway. But I definitely wouldn't want to do that now.
Oh, right.
Because I don't see what the appeal of that is at all in any way, shape, or form.
I lived in the city almost 20 years. I never went to that.
Ugh.
You lived in New York City?
Yeah.
I love it stuff. I like the bustle and bustle.
Oh, yeah, I think you said. Oh, I wouldn't want to go. That's way too many people.
He's joking. He doesn't go to that stuff.
No.
Oh, that's in Idaho, right? High-speed drifter? Isn't that what you guys were just talking about?
He's accused. Yes, that's what I was just saying. He's accused of killing his parents and sister.
It's nothing to
Yeah, it seems a lot like the Chandler Halderson guy, Joel Jr.
Wanted him to get a job.
Yeah, they wanted him to get a job, so he killed his parents and his
Are you
sister.
kidding me?
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's what the three of them basically did it for. Yeah, Guy Joel Jr. was like a career college guy. Chandler Halderson, like, was telling his parents his big lie that didn't he say he was working for Elon Musk or something? It was like such craziness, and some space program he was in, and it was all coming to an end because they found him out, and they're like, your father wants to talk to you or something, so he killed him and stuff. So yeah, okay, that's great.
Free money, the economy, jobs.
Okay, you're having a different kind of Christmas blues, so I am transforming my tabletop Christmas trees into Valentine trees. Oh wow, Peaches in Crime.
That's clever.
That's cute.
Yeah. I still have my tree up.
Yeah,
My little one.
my trees still up too because I put my trees up late.
I hate to take it down.
I do have a special tree I'm going to put up for Valentine's and Easter. It's a white branch one that's lit, and I'm going to put that up when I have Valentine's ornaments I'm making.
That's a great idea.
I
I'll put
just
little
can't
hearts on
believe
it.
it's so Valentine's Day is going to be here so fast. I didn't even get everything made for them yet. I'd rather watch it on TV too. Exactly. I enjoy that much better too, Linda Uribe. In a nice warm house, away from the lunatics.
Yeah, SpaceX.
Chandler had a
Barb.
SpaceX.
Remember.
Yeah. Wow. And then he put part of them in the fireplace, and then he brought his father's torso up to his girlfriend's parents' farm. Remember, they put the torso out in the field somewhere.
Oh, yes.
Can you imagine having like someone's torso in the car with you while you're driving?
Ugh.
Like, how sick are people?
Horrible.
I won't even put my garbage in the car when I go to dump it. I put it in my trunk.
MD said, soon Walmart will have Christmas stuff out again. You're right.
They still, they have a lot of the clearance. They still have clearance stuff out because I think, like I was telling, there were trees that were going so low, and they still
I
have.
noticed that too,
They
Caroline.
still have stuff going. Like I think that sales. I don't know what the projections were for this year, but it doesn't seem like they were very good, just based on
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
what was left over and how much of it. Because usually it's gone like right away. But your birthday is Thursday, this week, the 26th, and all of you are celebrating with me. It's my last year. Oh well, Lindy Reeby's birthday. Yeah.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday. Wow. Happy birthday. Can't believe it's almost the end of January. So January, we got through January almost. Can't believe it. Oh, Chandler was crazy. His mom and dad were great parents. Gee, he made me sick. Yep. And happy early birthday to you, to me. I'll just see if anybody emailed to call in. If you have any.
I think Video was calling in. Were you Video or no?
Let's see. Oh,
I'm not sure.
yeah. There's like 3.
Oh, I guess so.
Holiday retail sales had the lowest gain in like years.
Really? See, that's what I just figured. Just looking at
Yeah.
what was left behind. Yeah.
At the lowest?
No, of the lowest growth. So it was still up, but not only by a little bit, like comparatively to other years.
I get to where I'm scared to even go in the stores anymore.
Why? Because of violence?
No, because of the prices.
Oh.
I know. A lot of the things aren't there. Oh, Carolyn,
I know.
What?
you see, I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
No.
Maybe you didn't. Maybe you already saw it.
What?
Popped up in my feed.
What is it?
All that pastina. You like?
Pastina?
They're doing away with it.
No, they're not.
I swear.
Is this another one of your jokes, Scooter? Scooter's
not
been
joking.
trying. We played
I
a
wish
joke
I was.
on Scooter, and so Scooter's been trying to get me back on these jokes already. She already tried to joke on the pink stuff, and that failed.
No. Is it Rotello or something?
No, it's pastina. It's little stars. They're not. Okay, I'm gonna look it up right now.
They just popped up.
No way. No, they're not.
People were showing in their videos they only have this much left in the box.
They're lying. That's a TikTokster thing.
I swear to God.
Pastina.
Oh, I swear to God. And then they showed another one that they said is similar.
Okay, hang on a minute. Ronzoni's pastina has been discontinued. Here's why. No, they cannot be discontinuing pastina.
Is it like that?
Yes, but hold on. The news when it was announced in late December was both dire and definitive. Ronzoni has discontinued its signature pastina. No, but Barilla also makes pastina.
Well, okay, I think that's what they showed.
Okay. Today I found out that Ronzoni is discontinuing their pastina, and frankly, they should go to jail for this. But I just love the pastina. Why would they do that? I don't. People have been posting boycott threats to Ronzoni. One user wrote, "Dear Ronzoni, I've decided to discontinue your products altogether. I'll look for a brand that sells what I want to purchase and purchase only from a competitor, hoping others do the same." Another said he was so disappointed that unless the company reconsiders, he will never purchase another Ronzoni product again.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Yeah. When I saw that, I thought, oh gosh, Carolyn, I think this is what she likes.
How Ronzoni became the go-to brand for pastina. Okay, but why are they doing? Why has it been? Not everyone was keyed
Something about their
into the lies. The
suppliers.
shock was immediate, but
Something.
let's see. Why are they? Others are hoping this is just hearsay, perhaps a wacky ad campaign. Yeah, like when they were discontinuing Twinkies, remember?
Yeah, well, yeah. See, Lisa, yeah, several in chat said, yep, they heard it too. They were afraid to tell you though.
But I still
No,
don't know
I just-
why the fact checker that, okay, let's see.
Right, MD? They will.
Oh, yeah, but Barilla makes pastina. Okay, well,
So it shouldn't be any big deal then, right?
no, it's just that most people bought the Ronzoni pastina, but I actually have Barilla pastina now.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. Sandy sent me a bunch too.
Did she?
Yeah, because she bought a big thing of it and she sent me some boxes of pastina.
Oh, Carolyn, there's a whole bunch of brands.
There's a whole what? Bunch of brands?
A whole bunch of brands of
But
pastina.
why are they discontinuing their pastina? I still don't know why.
Type it in, it'll tell you.
Well, here it said we are unable. Okay,
Something about their suppliers, they can't get something, I don't know. And so they're discontinuing.
I don't think they'll go through with it. I think they'll bring it back just like Twinkies.
Bless you.
Someone said it's a marketing ploy to make people buy up all the pastina.
Oh, it looks good in soup.
Yeah, that's it. It said
Shortages.
shortages.
House said it said shortages.
Not right. Our brother has chickens.
Yeah, why are the supermarket store shelves so empty?
Because of, my own thing is from COVID and getting behind, but who knows? That's
It's
just,
been over for so long.
No, but there's like some things like, remember McDonald's stopped with the chicken selects during COVID and they never brought those back. There's a lot of things. They don't do the 24-hour Walmart now.
it's kind of scary.
Feels like everything's
That's
being
the stuff I get scared about.
it's being phased out.
I do worry about that kind of stuff though.
Yeah, everything you want is never there.
I know.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello, video
Hi.
reel.
Video reel.
Hey, video.
Where's my vitamin C?
I'll be
Vitamins?
yeah.
I don't know where my vitamin C is. I don't know where my vitamin C is now. I swear. There it is. Yeah. I'm afraid my brain is mainly on one thing. For the Amish store?
Sometimes it depends on the weather too. Like say you have like 5 to 10 different news weather stations reporting things that are going to happen. For like the next 9 days, you'll have these continuous waves of people going to stores and buying things. And
Bread,
then
milk.
a lot of us get there that night day and go, what the hell is going on? Well, that's what's going on. People have been trying to think a little bit ahead before it happens. But they do it in like these weird ways though. You think everybody would run out at once, right? But that's not how it really works.
Sorry.
No, you're okay.
Also because of COVID and all the plant closings, they're finding it hard to catch up and produce as much.
Yes, Lisa Hopan, right? Absolutely. I think it has to do with gas prices and transporting goods. Exactly, but the gas has gone down though, Marianne. That's the one thing that has gone down, thankfully.
Still
Yeah,
pretty expensive
me
in
too, Peg.
California.
Our Walmart used to be 24/7 as well, and now it closes at midnight. You do order things online a lot, groceries. Yeah, I don't know. The kids just ordered 2 basketballs online, and that was like more hassle. That I just rather go and I want to pick out my own vegetables. That's how I am. That's how I am. Have you all heard? No, Jeff H. have not. Why? What happened, Jeff? Did something happen? Your groceries are yeah, the groceries are crazy.
Yeah. And the gas in California is still $5 a gallon.
Oh, sorry about that, Janae. I don't know what to do about that. Let me do this. Try this.
Close to.
I get scared every time I go to shop. Yeah, everything's gone up a little bit at a time. Hi, Maura. Oh, so yeah. That's great, Jeff.
Wow.
What happened?
Nothing. Jeff's just saying there's someone that's acting crazy on the tubes.
Oh, gee.
What else is new?
Jeff, we missed you. Please come back to us.
Is that where you've been spending your time, Jeff? Shame on you.
Jeff, are
Shame
you
on
busy
you.
staring at the raindrops looking for plasma drops?
Your life is precious, Jeff. You shouldn't waste it like that.
Come back to us, Jeff. You're not alone.
Please.
Jeff.
What?
Yeah, well,
What he said,
yeah.
tinfoil hat.
Crazy.
Why don't you try just putting a whole grill on your head, because that's pretty crazy. Looking at raindrops on the lens.
Do you have any farms to buy the meat from, Jeanette?
What's your secrets?
Eggs. I guess everybody's complaining about eggs. Price of eggs. Though Sharon said she got eggs for $3.50 today, which is
That's
Like
good.
$3.75 for a dozen right now. Here.
crazy.
That's crazy. It's probably so expensive in California, but I don't really buy eggs.
You don't buy any eggs?
No, but it's probably so expensive. I'll bet if it's expensive by you guys.
I don't know. I've been buying yogurt mostly.
Me too.
Yeah. It's got my yogurt. I don't know how you could, Jeff, but apparently you did find your way back again. Hi, Ann Rose. So, Jeff, have you heard when these Pennsylvania search warrants are going to be released? Unsealed? I don't hear anybody asking about them. I just cannot believe people are not asking about them.
Maybe it's, I don't know. Probably shouldn't say that. Maybe the profit train is going so fast they're not even thinking about that.
Pusher dispenser, half the 5 gallon on the bottom. I'm very happy today. I have failed. I had a failed 5 terabyte fail. Thought I lost it. Oh, you got it? Great. That's good.
Nice job, Jeff.
You haven't heard anything about anything? Okay.
Just plasma, aliens,
What's
and
worse is that
raindrops.
some people will believe. Oh, believe me, MD. They'll believe any freaking thing you put out there. I'd like to do a study. You know, they just will. I think they're more apt to believe a lie than the truth. It's nuts. Just nuts. A lot of people lining up. When is her funeral? Wait, her funeral wasn't it Saturday? I thought her funeral was Saturday. Is it Sunday? No, it is Sunday. When is her funeral? Let me see. I thought.
They did a memorial already.
I thought.
And then they were gonna do a private one for the family, from what I've read.
Maybe it just took time for it
Lisa
to sink
Marie,
in.
let's see, it says 3 hours ago, public memorial service will honor Lisa Marie Presley, the only daughter of Elvis Presley, at the Graceland Mansion in Memphis, Tennessee. When is that happening? Hold on, come on. When? I thought it was this weekend. Hold on a minute. When is it? They already had it, didn't they? I'm seeing people. Who are all these people that I'm seeing in the pictures?
Oh yeah, they had it today.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this thing is getting stuck. So it was already today. Let me see. It's taking forever to do this. On Sunday, family, friends, and fans walked in a procession to Presley's final resting place, a garden on the property where her son and father are buried.
Yes, today. Well, Sunday, yes.
Alanis Morissette performed on stage at the public memorial. A large crowd of family and friends and fans, longtime friends of Lisa Marie and the Presley family spoke. Memphis Mayor A.C. Wharton, Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York went. Manager Jerry Schilling, and Elvis Presley Enterprises managing partner Joel Weinshanker. Axl Rose performed at Alanis Morissette, Jason Clarke and the Tennessee Mass Choir. Schilling, who was an aide and producer to Elvis and manager to Lisa Marie, told stories of him and a girl named Memphis. She is what he always called her.
Hi, more
And then he said,
Alfonso.
as I was in the hospital with her father when Priscilla was giving birth, I was at the hospital with her mother when she left us, Schilling said. Memphis, I will always love you. She knew it was close to the end, survivor's guilt, some would say, but a broken heart is the doing of her death. Now she is at home where she always belonged, but my heart is missing her love, Priscilla Presley said on behalf of her granddaughter. Does it mean her granddaughter? She means her daughter, right?
She has the 13-year-old twins.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. No, Priscilla Presley then spoke briefly and quietly, reading a poem and remarks from granddaughter Riley.
Yeah, and then Riley's the oldest one.
Oh,
Right.
but that was heartbreaking.
Did any of y'all watch it?
Yeah. In a letter, Riley said she was
Didn't
certain
I
she
saw-
chose
no.
the best mother in the world. I remember how it felt to be loved by the most loving mother I've ever known. I remember how it felt to be safe in your arms. I remember the feeling as a child, and I remember the feeling 2 weeks ago on your couch. Thank you for showing me that love is the only thing that matters in this life. I hope I can love my daughter the way that you love me. Does Riley have a daughter?
Riley, I don't know.
I didn't know that.
No, maybe she just means in the future. I don't know.
Maybe, because I don't know if they do. It's interesting.
Those poor little 13-year-olds.
14.
Oh, they're 14 now?
They're a little older than Luke, 2 months older.
Yeah, it's so sad.
It's deferred. Deferred means after an autopsy, cause of death has not been determined.
Oh, so she does? She has a little girl?
She does?
Jeanette said she gave birth this week. What?
No.
And then Maura said she had a daughter, it was said at the funeral, a little girl. A newborn. What?
Wait a minute, I'm so confused.
So Lisa Marie didn't get to see the granddaughter, her first grandchild? I didn't hear any of that.
I'd never heard that either.
Debbie L said, I think she had a baby recently.
Let me see.
Yeah, Jeanette says yes, yes. It's
Okay, Lisa Marie Presley's daughter Riley welcomed a daughter.
Wow.
Husband reveals at the memorial.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, how come? Wait a minute. This doesn't make sense, but wasn't her daughter just with her at an award show and didn't look pregnant, right?
Yeah.
Was the daughter with her?
I don't know, I thought she was. Let me see.
That was an older picture, I believe, that you saw probably.
Okay, let me see here.
Because she was with the other guy that was the longtime family friend and was with Elvis. That guy, she was with him at the award show.
Okay, I'm
Well,
trying to see.
no, at the movie. Yeah, the award show. Wow.
Wait, I am so confused. I wish I could see that.
Oh, Jeanette said Riley was not there at the memorial.
Secretly welcomed the first child.
They wanted to keep it quiet.
Riley and her husband Ben Smith Peterson have welcomed a daughter, but when?
They probably don't want to say.
But did Lisa Marie ever see the daughter?
Oh, that's what. Jeanette, did you hear anything? If she did get to see the baby? Jeanette says it is a newborn. Yes.
No, I know it's a newborn, but did she see it?
Oh, okay. She would have then. Barb said the baby was born in 2022, so she would have.
Oh.
Okay, Jeanette. Yeah, Barb said she was born in 2022, so we know she definitely got to see the baby then.
I wonder what.
Jen Grill says, oh my God, I love pastina.
Who said that?
Jen
Grill? It's okay, you can get the Barilla one. Okay, so I guess. Why would I
Remember
wonder
my
why
friend
they kept it
using
such a
that
secret?
pastina.
I wonder why they kept it such a secret. It's not like.
Well, some people just don't like having their news out there, you know?
But what is?
No, they don't.
I just wish I knew when. I can't even find anything that.
Well, we know 2022,
Okay.
so we know she was definitely has seen the baby.
I don't know about this Scooters, Jeanette says. I don't even know if she saw it. Yeah, but Barb Olson says she was born in 2022.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
No, I'm telling Jeanette.
Huh?
I was telling Jeanette.
I told
Yes,
her.
she did deliver a baby girl, Lindy Reeby said. Okay.
Oh.
Wow. That's surprising.
Yeah.
How old is she?
Who, Riley?
Yeah.
I think she's 33.
Oh, gee. That went by fast.
But they said it's a baby girl. Oh, you know it's a baby girl. Well, a newborn technically You can. I don't. Once you're past 3 months, you're not even. Sometimes it's 6 weeks. They don't even consider you a newborn.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it goes fast, Jeanette. They take you right off that newborn phase.
Mm-hmm.
Some people 4 weeks. Some people 2 weeks. But she's probably under a year old. That newborn phase.
Yes, Jen Grill. Carolyn said Barilla makes it as well. Barilla. The pastina.
Pastina. Just smile and nice, and a gentleman will carry it for you, Rubbity Bob. Oh, what has Robbie Bob need carried? 0 to 3 months. Actually, no. Do you know, Barbosa, and in this country, newborn is before 0 to 3 months. We have preemie, newborn, and then 0 to 3 months in the sizes.
Well, yeah, you're right. That is true.
Who?
No, I said that is true.
What?
About the newborn, 0 to preemie.
No,
Newborn,
yeah,
0
right.
to 3.
It's preemie, newborn, 0 to 3.
Yeah.
And then 3 to 6. 6 to 9, 9 to 12. But it said she was a grandmother, so sad. Yeah, but they said so. They knew the end was near.
Oh my gosh, you could tell that picture of her,
She didn't look good, yeah.
Riley, at some award thing a while ago.
It wasn't. It was with her mother. It was just 10. It was a couple of days before.
She looked pitiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely pitiful.
She's always had like sleepy eyes, but they were like really.
Right, Jeanette.
You have an 8-month-old? Yeah. According to this, she's a teenager, Barb. 8 months old is a new teenager. They're pushing them right along. No, I'm being silly. It's of course she's a preteen. Pretty soon it'll be that way. The kids go to school earlier and earlier.
I know.
Yeah.
Used to be nursery school 3, then 2, then a year old. They're going now. You know what I did? What I sent somebody a message. I sent Luke a message today. They were at the youth center playing basketball, and I said, "Are you at the?" And I tried to put the initials for the youth center, and it said something like, "Are you okay at daycare?" It said daycare. That's what it said. Daycare instead of it translated to that. Hey, Henny.
Hi, Henny. Been a while.
Yeah. Are you at daycare? He didn't even remark on it, and then oh my gosh. I hate when autocorrect doesn't let you put in an initial or something. It keeps arguing with you, and you keep thinking you have it right, and then you put it down again, and it does it wrong, and then you have like 5 times before you get the right thing.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a smartphone.
I hate
You're
it.
right.
Daycare. Are you okay at daycare?
Now, Ann Rose isn't Annie B, right?
No. Annie B is she comes in under Annie B still.
Because I miss my Annie B, too.
I must have got soap under my watch. Have you ever done that?
What?
Have you ever gotten soap under your watch?
And your wrist started itching.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh, yes.
I always take my watch off when I wash my hands.
Uh,
I don't wear a watch.
Always L.
Always.
my wrist is
Okay.
killing me, so I've got cream. I'm not even gonna wear my watch on that hand. Ow.
Penny, you're not gonna say hi to me?
I try to, but I don't always take it off, per se.
Because you wash really up your arm a little when you wash your hands.
Yeah, 72, right? Yeah. I'm gonna do your review.
Crazy, 72 years old.
I know.
And if it's really
And
provoked by
Asian.
jealousy at 72
72 and
years
Asian.
old, you
Who
know,
would
like
have
that,
ever
is that
thought?
crazy? Really provoked by jealousy like that to kill all those people and end your own life? That's crazy. I wonder
One
if
of the most common
what
motives
if
in
he
the
had
world.
some type of mental, like, what if he had dementia or something that
Yeah.
wasn't even thinking, you know, I don't know. I wonder if he had anything like that.
And sometimes people don't understand why you say the words possible and maybe over and over and over. It's because you really do not know until you get the facts. If someone would have said early on, it's a 72-year-old man and he's Asian, no one would have believed him. No one.
Right.
And that's why I like the way Carolyn says things constantly with the word maybe, possibly, we don't know yet. It's not confirmed. Because you can speculate respectfully, but also as you're doing it, you're being respectful about it. You're not saying it was a white man that did this. It was this man that did this. You're being respectful
Your kids'
and
names can
courteous.
autocorrect bad words, yeah.
Last night the media was trying to make it like it was a hate crime. They
Well,
love to
it really
stare at
wasn't the
devil.
media. I mean, the media was hardly covering it at all. Yeah, it was people, but it was strange that nobody was covering it.
Some people were
Yeah,
making it out to be a hate
Yeah.
crime right at the beginning.
right, but they weren't the media. They were mostly lay
Well.
people. What's trending now? Jerry Jones. Who's Jerry Jones? Oh, that's from the Cowboys. Did the Cowboys win? Did the Cowboys win?
I don't know, let me see.
Um,
Uh, let's see. No, they didn't.
Oh, I remember her, Jeanette. Yeah, Gina Lola Brigida.
Gina
90
Lola Bridget. Remember she was on the the Flintstones.
No. Really?
Yeah, I'm going to send you something, Scooter. Can you tell me if you think that this is
Yeah.
I thought this guy was going to break out in a dance, and this is going to be a joke, okay? And I'm sorry. Can you please check that out, please?
Yes, Jeff H. They were married only like 3 months.
Who? Michael Jackson?
No,
Lisa Marie.
and Lisa Marie.
Yeah, Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie.
No, well, they were too. Nicolas Cage. Nicolas
Nicolas
Cage.
Cage, yes.
Oh, I forgot that one. Yeah, Nicolas Cage. Wow. Wait, gosh, I forgot all about that.
Mm-hmm.
They were only married 3 months too?
Yeah.
Maybe
It
she
wasn't
was in
long.
love with their first husband so much. Because obviously he was living with her at the end.
Okay, where was I? What's that? I guess there's Will You Make a Choice? Knock at the Cabin. Is that a horror movie that's playing now? Oh, isn't that cute? They're all going away to a cabin. I guess that's a new horror movie. I don't know when that's coming out. So it's trending. Trending.
Which one?
Knock at the cabin. It is trending.
So there have been 5 mass shootings this year already. And it's only
Eve.
January
5. I thought it
22nd.
was. I thought we heard 7
Seven.
earlier.
7, yes. January's not even over yet.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Record snowfall. Where's that? Where's the record snowfall? Wilmington, Ontario? No, Cincinnati. Where's the record snowfall?
Yes, and me, yeah, we just went through that about the baby, Riley having a baby.
Sometimes in these cases that happen like this with the mass shooting, sometimes, not always, but in some of these cases, we later find out that people were aware of the situations going on. So if I could say anything while we're still barely on that topic, I would just say that I wish more people, when they see something, they actually would take the time to speak up and call somebody and say something about it. And, you know, we always hear that phone calls like that were ignored. But if you only focus on the negative of everything, then you're never going to pick up the phone and make that phone call. So,
Right.
you know, I wish more people out there, if they notice something that's just really not right, I wish they would pick up the phone and make a phone call to the FBI or somebody before stuff like this happens and people lose their lives. Because it is easy to spread more love and compassion, but at the same time, the world is full of evil. And just because you're spreading positive vibes or whatever you want to label it as, doesn't mean there's not people out there trying to cause harm to others. So we have to be proactive and speak up when we notice little weird things. We have to call police. We have to let FBI know. And I just wanted to add that because in some of these cases, I do notice we find out later that either people did or did not call. In some cases, they did and they got ignored. So
Temperature's a little bit better. Let's see.
Right, yeah.
32. It was 31, so it's 32.
Oh, that's not good.
I know, we're really good.
Hmm?
I'll just go slow.
Good night, Debbie L.
Night, JBL.
good night, Debbie. Rest well. Sorry, your internet's kicking you off. Maybe we should
Do you
kick
really
your
like to
internet.
stand in Times Square?
What?
Do you like to stand in Times Square?
I don't know. I mean,
Do you
I
like
don't
to
mind
stand? No, you really don't.
it. I don't mind it. I like the hustle and bustle, you know?
You really don't like to stand there with all those people on top of you.
I never mind that stuff. I just, it doesn't bother me. I don't, yeah, it doesn't bother me. I've like tried to right through many people.
Then why don't you go?
I don't know. It's you guys.
Oh, you never went before us.
No, but I've been in, you see how I act in a crowd.
I know, but it's not
I
fun.
take care of business. I got you guys to do that, didn't I?
I'd rather not. What?
Remember that time that Paul McCartney?
This Jimmy turned into like 00 Bond when y'all are out.
No. I just made a circle with my arms around her and made sure people weren't smashing us.
You've never shown any initiative that I would. That's the last place I would ever want to be. Let's see what's going on.
The worst one I ever was in was Led Zeppelin. 1977.
Wow.
Greensboro Coliseum.
I bet that was insanity.
What are you talking
Led
about?
Zeppelin in the 70s. Ooh-wee.
Oh,
You know, that was a wild concert.
Well, once we got in, it was
Be honest, Jimmy.
Just when they open up the gates to take the tickets, people just rushed in, tore them down.
Oh yeah. Led Zeppelin, man, I could just imagine listening to him live in the 70s.
Yeah,
That had to be chaos.
They were
All the
a couple hours
people
late.
just partying and cheering and
They played for over 3 hours. They were late.
So the actual trial for Murdoch?
Yeah, it's going to start Tuesday, hopefully. Jury selection tomorrow. Hopefully it'll start
Oh,
Tuesday.
jury selection, okay.
Tomorrow, but hopefully it'll start Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I should probably... Did you set up that fund for me to go down there?
Oh, I did. Should I spread it all around?
Yeah.
Okay. I will get right on that, my.
Put me up in the same hotel as Brian Enton, all right?
Okay, yeah. No problem.
He's
trying
down
to
there
think of a good
covering.
comeback. What are you gonna name this one, Scooter? I was trying to think of a good comeback.
Oh. I don't know. We have to see. We don't know yet. Gotta think about it.
Maybe Janae can go with me. I will need someone to record me after all.
That's right.
Yeah. Janae, you'll carry that big selfie stick and everything around?
Because she's not that far, is she?
Follow me around and stuff?
Live from Times Square, Scooter Scoots.
Oh no, we have to go to South Carolina for the trial.
For the Murdaugh trial.
I know.
We have to kick it up a notch over here.
Hopefully I'm going to go to the Delphi one video. For real, because our cottage is
You know,
down.
that would, and I'm that being serious for a second, that is something that's like a really unique experience. And in some cases, people can't even discuss their experience sometimes, depending on the court case that they, you know what I'm saying? It depends on the case too, because sometimes people going in have to sign little forms. So like, it depends on the case sometimes. But
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting process how, the community and area and people do that process.
You could carry the bag with the kind bars, Janae, for us.
Or I could dress as one. Dress as a big kind bar and have little cameras everywhere.
Yeah, I don't think that would go over too well in court.
No, it would not.
Janae's
No,
not
but for
answering.
real, video real.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So I want to go to that when the Delphi when it comes.
Who's going to carry the camera around?
Our other house is only like maybe 25, 30.
You're going to need an entourage to carry the camera and stuff.
Yeah, you're going to need a whole army to go with you.
Oh, we'll get it all set up. Sign up sheets, guys.
The
Team
Flintstone
Scooter.
memories, yeah.
Hashtag Team Scooter.
Gina Lola Brigida. What did Gina Lola Brigida? Did they really use the real name of that woman in the Flintstones? Because remember they used to have the La Brea tar pits or something? Remember about the tar pits?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Wasn't there something in the
Flintstones,
Flintstones about some tar pits?
Yeah.
The La Brea
Yeah.
tar pits or something?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But they really, Gina Lola Brigida, that really is her name, and they used her real name in the Flintstones, didn't they?
I don't remember.
Yeah, didn't they have
You
a
don't remember
cartoon?
Gina Lola Brigida?
Oh, I remember her, but not what
You
you're
don't
talking-
remember her in the Flintstones, Gina Lola Brigida?
I don't.
Didn't they have her in a cartoon?
Yeah, in the
Gotcha.
Flintstones. Meet
Yeah.
the Flintstones.
And I loved the Flintstones.
They
Me
changed her.
too.
They changed her name to Bricketta. Are you sure?
Well, yeah, for the character, you know,
Well, I thought they were using the real one.
Lola Bricketta,
Really?
Lala Bricketta, Lola.
It gets a brick in her name. Oh.
It was Bricketta, I guess.
But what about the tar pits? Remember, oh, that, I know why. That's when Fred had to wear that outfit or something, some dinosaur outfit, and something happened about the tar pits. He was shooting a movie, right? With Gina Lollobrigida, wasn't he? See, this is so weird. This is how I think this is crazy. Remember when they say, like, your memory starts coming back from a long time ago? Like, I don't even know that. I wouldn't even think of all of a sudden I had
I
those two
brought up
flashes, and
wearing
then
a
the whole
time
thing
bar.
came back. Was he in a movie with Gina Lollobrigida? Was...
Who?
See, this is scary. This is what they mean about
Research
your
it.
mind.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
Well, I did mention dressing
wasn't
up as
even
a
thinking
candy
that,
bar.
but then just talking about that, look how the mind works. It just was he in a movie? He was in a movie with Gina Lollobrigida in the tar pits, right? And I had that's so weird.
I remember that Anne Margrock.
That just started just to come back like that.
Do you remember Anne Margrock or whatever?
Yes,
Yes,
yes, yes,
yes.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
What
that
was
is
her
so
name?
weird.
I'm not gonna dress up as a dinosaur. Sorry. Kind bar, yes.
But
No
was
dinosaur.
but was he shooting a movie with Gina Lollobrigida in the tar pits, and he was getting fed up, right? Because he was going every day. He was going into the tar pits and getting all full with the tar. Because that'll really tell me about my mind if he was indeed filming a movie with the tar pits. Jeff, can you check that, please? Fred was filming a movie with Gina Lollobrigida, and it had to do with the dinosaur costume and the tar pits. The Monster from the Tar Pits is the 6th episode of the first season. Okay, but wait, did it contain Gina Lollobrigida? I have to know that.
I don't know how you remember all this.
I don't know how either. It just came into my head. That's why I want to know. When a cheap film company comes to Bedrock, Fred gets the role of stand-in for Gary Granite. Gary Granite, right?
For him too.
But the role and treatment he gets is less glamorous. Okay, is Gina Lollobrigida in that though? And
In the
is at the same
Flintstones?
time he's going with the dinosaur suit into the tar pits? Thank you, Barb. Barb's looking it up.
Yes.
Yes. Gina Lollobrigida's Flintstone spoof is long remembered by fans.
Okay, but is it also containing the tar pit scene?
Oh,
With
you're
the
fired.
costume. And remember, he got all uppity, and Barney was his driver. Yes, but then it wasn't glamorous, like Jeff said, right? And he had to go into the tar pits, and he was just getting covered with tar. And he got a big head, and I think Barney was like, "Your head's getting so big, Fred," right? And he was treating everybody like crap, I think, and thinking he was this big star. Yes, yeah. Look, Philly Farmhouse said he had to have Barney be his driver because he was a big star.
Gosh, I loved the Flintstones.
Meet the Flintstones.
I did too.
Yeah.
You know, the other one I liked
Gina was
the,
on.
the
Oh, so it
dinosaur.
wasn't the same. It wasn't the same, Barb. Huh. Okay, well then I'm remembering two different things. Gary Granite. And what was the episode with Gina, though? What was it about, Gina Lollobrigida?
It was called Latin Lover.
Is a former student at Bedrock High School, a Holly Rock actress, and a one-time character of an episode, Flintstone of Princetone, featured in the 2nd season of the original series.
Did you see what Barb Olson said?
Yes.
I got it. The original Latin Lover was Italian Rudolph Valentino.
Some of this is coming back to me, unless this is a mass hallucination. Oh, believe me, Serenity, I feel like I've been having some hallucinations. Sometimes I don't know what's real and what's not.
Originally broadcast this episode in black and white.
Really?
Yeah. On
This is so
ABC.
great. Here we are talking having fun about the Flintstones. And that's what this channel is. You never know where it might go.
Right. Yep.
One minute you could be talking about a mass shooting, and the next minute you're talking about Fred Flintstone
Right.
and his movie role. You
Or
never
a
know
video
where it'll
reel
go.
dressing up in a suit that looks like a kind bar with cameras,
Gina Lola
hiding with
Briggs.
Scooter in the courtroom,
Gina Loda
which we would
Briggs.
never do.
But no, that's why you can't miss an episode, because you might miss the one that, oh my gosh, you talked about that. You never know.
What was that one episode? Now, I don't even know how to really describe it, but I know it's the Flintstones, and the episode was those chorus line girls singing the same, like a commercial type thing. Keep your something happy.
Oh yeah, keep your husband happy, keep your hubby happy, right? Wasn't it? Yeah. About she was making some kind of food or something.
Was it a commercial?
It was a commercial or something, but didn't it taste like crap or something? It really wasn't good, and they had to test their more. Keep your hubby happy, something like But you know the other thing about that, didn't you always think like the Flintstones, the Honeymooners, and I Love Lucy are all the same? The two couples like that.
I
It's
was
like
gonna say that, but I thought you're gonna say I've never watched the Honeymooners.
no, it's like I wonder which one was first, and then it looks like that somebody said, that did well. Let's do another one. That did well. Let's do a cartoon now.
Yeah, the Honeymooners.
Carolyn, I have the Monster from the Tar Pits was the episode. Season 1, episode 6.
Keep your
Fred becomes a stand-in for the famous actor in a Holly Rock film, but Wilma and Betty decide to audition for the film also.
Oh, okay. And there he is. Well, he's a little chubby. He's a happy pappy. But what was their food though? I remember Wilma making that. William.
Do you see what
He's a chubby. He's a happy pappy. Yeah, but where is the
And Stone? Yes, I remember Barb.
And what was the little kazoo? Right, was the green guy?
Yeah, the little alien.
am I dreaming,
Harvey Korman voiced him.
Am I dreaming, or did they go to one of those hotels that was like really cold, and it was like it reminds me of those ice igloo hotels, or am I dreaming that? Did they go away to a hotel that looked like one of those ice caves?
I think it was a trip, wasn't it?
Didn't they go away to like an ice hotel, or was that like in a remake or something, or did they say it's something that looks like the Flintstones and those ice hotels? I don't know.
Let me see.
I feel like an ice hotel. I don't know.
Okay, guys, I have a question. Dave and I have wondered this before, since you mentioned Ice Hotel. Okay, you know how obviously back before there was electricity and gas and all that, way back, how did they have ice? How did they make ice? And don't tell me, because they chipped it off of something, because it seems like they had it even in hotter, when
They
it wasn't
did. Okay, wait a minute. I can tell you how they have ice, because they did it on our lake. They had the big ice cutters. You see those big, huge things.
No, I know that, but now I'm saying when it wasn't winter time.
But they put it in an ice house, didn't they? That's what an ice house was. I thought they kept it in an ice. See, now I don't even know much about this, but I know that they would get it off the lake because they have the sled tracks that actually sunk down. I wondered how I thought they were railroad tracks when I was a kid. But they have the sleds on the lake, and they take it, and that's what those big tongues are. And then they put it. I think I learned on the Little House on the Prairie. Didn't they have a big ice house?
But it will last all year round during the summer and everything.
They have an ice house, and
Yeah.
Okay, that's what Margot's saying. She says yes. Really? So, Margot, even like in the 1500s, 1600s, because we've watched shows that were like that time period, and they would have ice. And we're
where
like,
would
how
you
did
see
that
where would you
happen?
see the ice?
Like for them to have, I mean, they would use it for whatever.
That's so weird that they would even know all about getting that ice.
Underground, but it's not gonna.
Yeah, isn't the ice? Didn't they have it with hay? They would insulate the. I think I saw it on Little House on the Prairie. They insulate it with hay or something. They're like a stone house. It's under the ground where it's real cold, and I think they insulate it with hay.
Yeah, but
Yeah, look at that. Cover it in straw. Oh my gosh, how am I? I'm remembering this.
Oh. Okay, she's saying
Partly underground and covered with straw. I think I saw it on Little House on the Prairie too. But it's so weird that I know that. Now I realize like what they were. I was like, what are they taking the ice for from the lake? I wish I could. There is a history book on this lake. I've got to get it. There used to be the school teachers had it.
There's also a banned episode of the Flintstones. It was banned because it's racist. Did you know that?
Oh, I think I know it. Yeah.
The Kung Fu guy, they made him look really stereotypically
Who? Which
like
one?
it's about they took Kung Fu lessons, and the instructor was very stereotypical, like
Yeah. Yep.
like he had a really weird face, like it was just
so it got banned. Yeah.
it didn't look right.
Right.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
But it doesn't seem like it would. The ice wouldn't melt. But I guess.
I know. No, I've just always we wondered
ice
that
house.
before, Jeanette.
Scooter is very crazy about her ice. Remember how many times you had to get ice on vacation?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Because I have to have it.
I love ice.
Do you, Sharon?
Oh, yeah.
Remember on the vacation I made sure we had ice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she had to get her
I made
ice. Her ice.
too. Yeah, you gotta have ice.
There we go. That's what's in here right now, clear ice. I like it bought because it's that clear stuff.
You were buying like a huge bag a day.
No,
I got it in the ice
Felt like
house.
it.
I bought 2 and that was
Is
it.
it Sonic Ice, Scooter?
No,
the ice house.
No, she had to
The
get ice from the machine. She was out there trying to get the ice. Remember?
The ice house is a building used to store ice throughout the year,
I know
commonly used prior to
Sonic-
the
Margot's
invention
gonna
of the
school us on the ice
refrigerator.
now.
I know Sonic Drive-In sells bags of ice, and they have the little pellet ice.
Yeah,
It's
I
little
know. A lot of
tiny
people like the
pellets.
Sonic ice. Yeah, but we don't get Sonic ice over there where we went. She just had to get the ice in the machine.
Any ice, probably.
Any ice? I didn't use any ice at all the whole vacation. You know that? I didn't use one bit of ice on that entire vacation. Hey, Peg.
Smart.
Thank you for becoming a detective rambler.
And
I like your Pink Panther, Peg.
Hi, video.
hi farm wife.
Margot,
Hey, Al. Scooter, Sharon.
You love ice. Oh, Mary Warren likes Sonic Ice too.
I can't live
Your
without
favorite?
ice.
Oh, is your
It's
igloo?
really chunky, Scooter.
You really? You're that crazy about it? Like I hardly even use ice from our. I'm not like a big ice.
I'm on my second ice machine.
You're
Wore the first one out.
Really? You wore it out?
Yep. Yeah.
The Great Gazoo only appeared in 13
Oh,
episodes.
I knew a family when I was a kid, and they had a building called an ice house on their farm,
Yeah.
and it was mostly underground, and it was all like a stone foundation.
Right.
And in the heat of the summer, when you walked in there, you were cold.
Oh yeah, I remember that on Little House on the Prairie. I think they were getting ready for a wedding or something. I think, and they had, and you just see the roof is like just above the ground, but then it's like built into the ground, right?
They kept their their milk for their own use, and their butter, the things that they made, they kept in there.
Yeah, Sonic Ice must be an East Coast thing. You've never heard of it, Tammy Flo? Where are you, Tammy Flo?
Uh-oh,
Sonic.
Scooter's scissors
Got
out.
the scissors. I did something wrong. She's coming for me. I'm just
every
kidding.
Little House on the Prairie episode I cried.
Really? You cried at the mall?
So touching.
Was a tearjerker.
Yeah.
Tammy or Nicole said her YouTube isn't working. I'll be back.
It's not working.
What's wrong, Nicole?
Hi, Nicole.
She says it's
Hi,
not working.
Nicole.
Her YouTube is not working.
Did you restart it?
YouTube, Nicole.
Yeah,
Oh, you're on the West Coast.
she might
on your
have to
phone?
restart her device.
No Sonics on the West Coast?
There's Sonics.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen one or two.
Yeah, Al's on the West
I
Coast.
mean,
She
if
said
I
there's
Not
Sonics.
many.
if I was to eat ice or love it like Scooter does, I probably would be the Sonic Drive-In fan because they do have some really good ice.
We had a lady
What is-
that came on here years ago, and she said that remember that lady? She worked at a prison or something, and she said that she doesn't know. I forget what happened, but all she did was eat ice all day. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And then she said that she was going into like this, I guess, local place, and they were like, they didn't even charge her for it, and she wanted to pay something, and all she had was ice all day. Like that's all she ate. It was just ice. She was addicted to ice. Absolutely addicted to ice. I don't know how you could be addicted to ice and then just not eat anything else either. Because ice is not like filling.
Right, there's no vitamins or
Yeah,
protein
and
in
that
ice.
she was getting really sick, wasn't she? She said she was having a real problem with it, and I think her
Right.
teeth were cracking, or something was happening. I forget. But she came in to call about a case or something, and then she ended up telling us about her. You remember that, right, Jeanette? She was just having ice and maybe coffee or something. It wasn't healthy, whatever the heck it was.
I do remember.
Just ice all day long. Ice,
Oh,
ice, ice.
There's two Sonics by me, and then there's more in California, and one in Mission Viejo, and one in Costa Mesa.
Well, they sell their ice by the bags, and a lot of people are fans of doing that. I've never been a
If
fan
you're
of
low
doing
in
that.
iron, you crave ice, yeah. Well, you know what? I've been low in iron a lot, even anemic and really dangerously low to a blood transfusion. I've never craved ice. Isn't that funny?
Oh man, I
I'm not an ice craver. I really am not. I'm not.
I love
Um,
sorbet.
There's a strange
refreshing.
about
It's
vitamins.
refreshing.
Yeah, maybe when I was a kid I would like that, but I'm not a big ice person.
I have to have
My
my
mom
big
ate
cup
ice
of
all
water
the
full of
time.
ice.
I have to have that too, but mine's seltzer. Uh-oh. Oh,
What?
never mind.
What happened?
I
Have
got
you
cut off, but you're not.
No.
have you ever Scooter? Have you ever stopped in a Sonic near your house and ordered like a 10-pound bag of their ice?
How much is a 10-pound
Oh,
bag
we
of
don't
their ice?
have one
It's
here.
like $3.
You're anemic and you eat ice all the
They
time?
sell ice.
It's like $3
Yeah,
for
the
a
Sonic.
10-pound
Let me
bag.
see. I'm going to see how much it's.
I'm sure
They
I
sell
would.
ice bags?
We
You
don't.
Let's see.
you should try it if you have one near you, Scooter.
Yeah, I've
Video
had
real,
it
they sell
before.
ice bags?
I'm going to, yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Of course they do. They have a huge machine.
A 10-pound bag is just $2.
Wow.
Well, that's what it says here. Let me see if that's current.
Well, you got to count tax too. So
Now they say $3.50. Okay, here they're saying $3.50. I thought $2 was too low. Back in 2018, it was $1.99
okay.
for a 10-pound bag. Sonic sells. Here's it saying it's $2. I don't know how long ago that is.
The machines there, ice makes, it's also got purifiers in them too. So it's not like it's coming straight out of the tap into the machine. It's purified ice. It's clean ice. I don't know if anybody wanted to know that information, but
Jeff, I don't like the refrigerator ice. I want it seasoned.
$2.99 now. It looks like for a 10-pound bag of Sonic ice.
In California, it's probably $5 with tax.
my ice maker makes the half moon cubes. I don't know
Yeah,
if
me too.
anybody knows what that means. Like the half, they look like a moon that's been cut in half.
Yep. Crescent moon.
Right. Yeah. Just without the.
Oh, and here's
moon.
another little tidbit for you. Simply put, Chick-fil-A ice is the exact same thing as Sonic ice. They're both just nugget ice. So Chick-fil-A, if you don't have a Sonic, you can go to a Chick-fil-A, but I don't know if the Chick-fil-A sells the ice. So let me see if they sell it.
That's a good idea. Just find an alternative if there's not a Sonic near you.
Come on now, there's a Sonic in Valparaiso? Really?
Yes.
It
No,
says
So you
Chick-fil-A
get you
ice
a
is
10-pound
crunchy,
bag
and here's how to buy bags of it. Chick-fil-A is only $1.59 for a bag. It doesn't look like 10 pounds. It looks like maybe 5 pounds.
Maybe. Because that's
5
how
pounds,
Sonic.
$1.59.
That's not
How's the
bad.
food at Sonic Video Reel?
It's okay.
Yeah, I've never been.
Chick-fil-A costs only $1.59.
Do you make your own ice, Scooter?
No, I don't, I only will buy it. Cause I want the clear ice.
Oh.
They have a good grilled chicken sandwich, Elle.
Yeah?
Grilled chicken, yep.
Cool.
That's weird, Nicole.
I'll go.
I know, Furley Farmhouse.
I think it comes with honey mustard on it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yum.
Lettuce, tomato.
When I
Yeah.
buy ice, I don't think it's clear either, Scooter.
What?
When I buy ice, I don't think it's clear either here.
Yeah, I don't know what you're always talking about the clear ice. I never get that from you.
Yeah, I have to have it. I'll be happy as a clam if I get that clear ice.
Yeah, drink's not the same
Oh,
without
that's
ice in
nice,
it.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's what you
Want
could get,
me for
Scooter.
it. You guys will hear all about it.
Norma Harn says filling your ice trays with hot water will make clear ice.
Ooh,
Here, get this, and you can save $30. Look at this, Scooter, and then you would never have to buy ice again, and you could bring it wherever you go.
No, I like buying it, but thank you.
It makes the nugget ice that you can't get everywhere.
She really does want the link.
I put it in there.
Yeah.
She does. She's saying no, but her heart is saying
She
yes.
secretly clicked on it and put it in her cart.
That's right. She bookmarked it on Pinterest without telling us.
Did a countertop ice maker?
I have no room for another gift.
I'm pretty.
Well,
it is
then I guess everybody, that surprise ice maker we were sending you, Scooter, we better reroute it.
Yeah, let's
She
reroute
doesn't want
that.
one. Reroute it. Nicole, can you reroute that ice maker we were having sent to Scooter? She
We
doesn't
spent
want
all
it.
day working on that.
She doesn't want it. She'd rather buy it.
It was so hard doing all that work without her knowing today.
Yeah, she'd rather buy it. So see if we can get that turned around.
Yeah, send it over. I'll soon have my second one wore out.
Yep. She doesn't want it anymore, Nicole. It was a nice thought, but she said she'd rather buy her ice.
Scooter, I love your laugh.
Hey, that's a nice maker. It really is a nice maker, actually.
Oh, thank you, Al.
And it's got a app, Scooter, where you can control it with
A
your
smart
phone.
app, yeah. Then you save $30 on it.
Very nice.
But tell Nicole, maybe we can get our money back from that.
I don't know. Is that the Sonic Ice? Are you sure, Mommy?
Nicole,
It says bullet
It
ice.
looks like
See?
pellets. It looks like pellets.
But that's what
actually.
Sonic Ice is, the pellets.
To me, Sonic Ice is more like a pea. A sweet pea is what I call it.
I think it's a pellet, really.
No, it don't look like that.
Well, it's okay because
Bless
she doesn't want it anyway.
you. I don't really like shaved ice. I like the cubes.
You like the
Let me
big cubes or the
see.
tiny little?
I'll show you. Where's a good one?
You know what are gross? Snow cones.
Oh, I like
You don't
it.
like snow cones, Elle?
No.
You're breaking my heart here.
I don't think I ever have snow cones. Like, I mean,
Oh, they're so good. You can get like blue raspberry on them, or strawberry,
It's so
or banana.
bland.
No, you get banana or strawberry or blueberry.
Mm-hmm. Banana's good.
The taste.
And coconut. Coconut is so good over ice. Oh, Lord.
The
If you
taste
never
just.
had like a blue coconut over ice, oh.
No. See I think the flavor runs out really
I have to
quick.
get
You
something
take a
to take
bite
my
or two, and then the
vitamins. I'll be
flavor's
Oh
gone.
no, it's there with you the whole time.
No.
Yes.
It
just
melts
getting
down.
something to drink to take my vitamins.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it melts into that paper thing, the little cup thingy, and you. It's
Yes.
good.
Scooter, do you have your Jeopardy book?
I go. Oh, yes, I do.
Cool.
What do I do? Chick-fil-A.
Love Chick-fil-A. Mm-mm.
It's okay.
Oh, the chicken sandwiches are fabulous, and I love their waffle fries.
I'll stick with the normal ice maker, Barb.
Have you ever had sweet potato waffle fries?
Yes. I like sweet potato fries.
Those are really good.
Oh, I hate sweet potato fries.
Yeah, I like the regular better, of course. Much better. But sweet potato fries are not bad, but you can't put ketchup on them. They don't taste right with ketchup.
You're not supposed to dip them in ketchup.
Yeah, and I like my fries in ketchup.
I mean, you can, but
Doesn't taste right.
no.
No.
Yeah, I agree, Anne.
Carolyn, where'd you go?
I'm getting some
She went to get a drink for her vitamins.
something to drink for my vitamins.
It's okay, Elle. Calm down.
I wasn't jumpity.
I know, I'm being funny.
No.
I'm just being funny.
I'm not gonna get my phone.
Okay.
Okay.
Here.
Oh, and I forgot my vitamins.
No.
I'm sporadic about ice. Like, I don't care about it like some people do. Like, I just want it in some of my drinks, and then in my other drinks, I don't. So it's pretty simple. And I don't eat it because when I was very young, I got told I shouldn't do that because it's very bad on your teeth and your jaws. So I never did it.
And people also say that you're not supposed to crack your knuckles because they'll make them big, and that's not true.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Oh, I think we'll cut our knuckles.
I never saw this flavor before ever. Passion fruit, tangerine.
Oh. Nice.
What is that? What is that? A drink or what is it though?
Oh, yogurt and blackberries, yum.
Blackberry cobbler.
That's so my stomach doesn't go into.
With the bigger bottle, your vitamins.
No, that's my kombucha.
How you're gonna pour that on top?
No, she's gonna drink it.
Remember the time I choked on my vitamins on the air? That was
Yeah.
so bad.
I hate that when you take pills and you choke on it. It's
But I
horrible.
choked on air, Al.
Oh, so
Yes, it was really bad. And it wasn't just a little choke, it was really bad.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I hate when it goes halfway down your throat and then you'll have to cough and then it comes
I
flying
wonder-
out.
They're actually good dipped in like a syrup, Norma. Believe
With
it or not.
so many people online and stuff, can you imagine if people have like a heart attack doing a live stream or,
Wouldn't it be crazy?
oh my
Right?
gosh.
I've thought about that over the years. I've never seen it happen, but I've thought about it. Like, how would people react and what would be
Right? What if somebody
done and
choked to death on their
what's the
vitamins? Like if they go down
protocol?
and they're like, what do we do?
What do we do? Yeah,
Yeah.
because not everyone has a Jimmy on
I
their
know.
side.
Look at Farm
So-
Wife says, I thought we were going to watch you die on YouTube.
Who?
That's what Farm Wife said when I was
That
choking on
time
my
when she was
vitamins.
choking,
Oh.
Bad.
because you don't expect it to happen while you're alive.
No. Mm-mm.
She said, "Yes, you scared me to death."
Like chewing the ice makes hairline wax, right?
Well, it was the dentist that actually used to tell me that, believe it or not. Not like my mother or my family. Every time I go to the dentist as a kid, he'd tell me, I don't know, maybe it was something to do with my teeth he was seeing wrong, but he would always ask me, "Do you chew ice at home?" And I'd be like, "No, sir." He'd be like,
No.
"Okay, that's good. You shouldn't chew or eat on ice. It's not good for your teeth and your
How
jaw." And I
did
was
you
like,
know if you were good, a good kid?
I don't know. When I was young, I never wanted to, I don't know. There's a lot of kids that do actually sit around and chew on ice. I
But you know
never
when the
was one
dentist
of
asks you
them.
something when you're a kid, like, are you flossing your teeth 3 times a day?
Well, yeah, that was always one
And
of the
then,
main questions.
oh gosh, they used to scare the life out of us at the dentist.
My dentist always asked me that. "Are you flossing every day?" "Yes, sir." "Yes, sir.
I'm
Please be nice to
trying.
me."
Yeah, I try most
Please be
days.
nice to me. I'm just a little kid going to school and watching all this crazy stuff happen in the world. Please be nice to me about my teeth. But I had a good dentist though. So like everything he was always challenging me on, I like learned from it. Where some kids actually do get upset about that kind of stuff. Because you're going to this weird office to get your mouth
Tennessee
worked
hot
on as a
chicken.
kid, and you're like, this is a little bit too many questions.
What is
Would you
Tennessee
like to
hot
know what
chicken?
grade I made last year too?
What's Tennessee hot chicken? Tammy Flo loves Tennessee hot chicken. What is Tennessee hot chicken? Is it
I
spicy?
don't know. I have no idea.
I'm not a spicy person. My kids love spicy.
Hmm.
I don't like spicy.
Spicy sometimes.
I don't see how
I
anybody.
like spicy randomly, is when I like
But
spicy.
I don't get it. How can you enjoy something that like hurts your mouth, your throat? Like, how is that enjoyable?
There's certain spiciness that's not hot, if that makes sense.
No, but my kids eat one like the spicy chicken or something, and it's just like it's such a kickback, and so I don't know how that's how you can enjoy your food.
Do you like Chinese food?
Oh yeah,
Carolyn?
the treasure box. Yeah. Do I like Chinese food?
Uh-huh.
Not really, because I can't stand all the sodium and stuff it has in it. But I mean, if I do get something, it'll be the chicken with garlic sauce. But I really don't like to eat Chinese food.
So you don't like egg rolls?
No, I don't really eat those. I mean, I would eat. I mean, if it was there, it's not that I don't like an egg roll, but I just don't eat them really.
Hmm.
So like maybe I have Chinese food maybe twice a year.
Because I was going to point out that Chinese mustard is really hot.
Oh, I know. And you know what's funny? I like horseradish. I love horseradish.
Ugh. It's not horseradish, though.
Okay. But
Horseradish is good too, though. Horseradish is hot, then it's gone too.
yeah, but it's a different kind of hot. I like that, and I like the hot mustard sauce. You know McDonald's hot mustard sauce? With the nuggets, they make a hot mustard sauce.
I like the Chinese.
And
It's
Popeyes makes a
really good.
I don't even remember the hot mustard. I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the taste of the Chinese hot mustard. But I remember the McDonald's and now the Mardi Gras mustard at Popeyes. I like the hot mustards, but it's not a hot like a Tabasco hot.
It's not, no, exactly.
No.
It's like a flash. It's like a flash of hot and then it's gone. It doesn't linger and burn your mouth.
The only one I had was hot spicy.
But if I eat pizza, I put hot pepper flakes on it.
Carolyn, my dad made his own horseradish at one of the family things a couple months back.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Sharon doesn't like
Yeah.
horseradish.
I like horseradish.
Oh, you do.
Oh, yeah.
My mom used to make a salad and it had horseradish in it.
Really? There's that roast beef that you can make the appetizers with some horseradish. My sister-in-law makes that all the time.
Oh, yeah, you get prime rib, you put horseradish.
Yeah. Right. But she makes little tiny ones that are very good. And then ketchup and horseradishes cocktail sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Horseradish is excellent in mashed potatoes.
Really?
That's what you were
Yes.
saying. I'm really surprised.
They'll be the best mashed potatoes you ever had.
Really?
I promise.
So
Yes.
let's say you make a pan of mashed potato. Enough for, say, 4 people. How much horseradish would you put in? Teaspoon? Half a teaspoon?
Al?
Yes.
Oh, Sharon said if you were making like 4 servings of mashed potatoes, how much horseradish would you put in?
I don't know. I don't make it. I just eat it. I just eat it. I don't want to tell you the wrong amount.
Yeah.
You put it in after they're hot and stuff, then you put the horseradish in after it's already done, so you can taste it to see how much.
Do you put butter in
You
it
put a
too?
little bit at a
Oh,
time.
yes. Lots of butter. But the horseradish is the best.
Ugh.
I don't know.
Horseradish. I've never. I might just put a little bit. And I don't want.
Gives you a little zing. It tastes really great with steak.
Yeah, probably does with steak.
Yeah, might be.
Why couldn't you put it in a baked potato too?
I guess you could.
A little bit with butter and mix it all up in there, huh?
I'm sure you could.
Now I feel like
Yeah.
making a baked potato.
You know what I like on a baked potato?
Mm.
Heinz 57.
Oh,
Really?
Sharon.
I know, what can I say?
I don't know if I've even had Heinz 57. You mean the
Oh, it's
57
way
sauce?
better than, yeah, it's better than A1.
I just
Michael
saw it in the
J.
store the
One,
other
I
day.
like
What
Heinz
is it?
50.
What is that 57 sauce?
It's tangy.
It's not like a sweet and sour.
It's not, no, no.
Oh,
It's
Scooter,
like,
look what I
it's
got
like,
for the trip.
Cool.
boy,
Scooter didn't say. Scooter, look what I got to go with my boggle game for the trip. Scooter,
Okay, wait, I'm trying to get,
if we don't get a house soon.
left, center, right.
oh, and Sharon, Lexi likes Heinz 57.
She doesn't
and
even care what I
A1.
said. Do you remember left,
Oh, I
center,
like
right with
A1
Rebecca?
too.
Left, center, right, the game we played with Rebecca?
Awesome, yes.
I got that to go with my boggle game.
You know what though, Carolyn? They changed the A1 steak sauce. It used to be better, and then they changed the
I
recipe.
don't even eat A1 steak sauce, but
I
I
don't
just
like
don't know
that
what I saw the Heinz 57 when I was looking for the dumpling sauce. Remember the other day when I was on Zoom shopping? Oh, there's ME. See, I always get ME confused with MD, but then I know the avatar of MD. But MD is back after a while, so that's nice that MD's back because I missed their avatar, and now we've got ME. Hi, nutmeg is tasty on a baked nutmeg. Really, I like on a sweet potato. It's nice to put a little cinnamon on your sweet potatoes. Nutmeg. I know I haven't tried nutmeg on
Oh,
a
that
regular
sounds
baked
good.
potato.
That sounds real good. The best is
Aunt
marshmallows on
Jemima,
yam.
corn sticks, little cornbread you put in the toaster. I have not heard that, but
I
I remember
haven't,
I
Jeff.
remember the corn rounds. They were like muffins, but they
I
were
do,
round.
I remember that, like
Remember
muffin
those?
top.
I like those.
Mhm.
You put them in the toaster. They went in the toaster. Yeah.
Only cornbread I know about is the cornbread I make in the oven.
But there's a difference? Like some people make it sweet and some people make it not.
Yeah, right. I make both.
I like it a little
I
sweet.
prefer it not.
Oh, really? I prefer a little bit sweet.
All right, a tiny
Then in
bit,
that
but
case, a
not-
little bit of sugar.
I don't know what Cracker Barrels are, but like that.
Okay, so that'd be half a spoon of sugar. Cracker Barrel cornbread, that'd be half a spoon of sugar. A teaspoon. Sorry, just say teaspoon. If it's you want the perfect sweetness, it's a spoon of sugar. If you want a little bit less sugar and sweetness, it'd be a teaspoon in your
So what is
cornbread.
it when you use Jiffy cornbread mix?
Well, that mix actually comes as a sweeter cornbread muffin mix. So since it's a sweeter mix, you would want to taste it first before you put any sugar in it.
Oh, really? Aunt Jemima's gone, farm wife? Aunt Jemima's gone.
What?
No,
Jemima.
I still buy the
Mine
cornbread.
is gone.
Barb doesn't like any cornbread. What about the cornbread mafia?
I'll make you some cornbread, Barb, and send it to you, and you'll fall in love with cornbread. You like sausage and cheese, Barb? I'll make you some sausage and cheese cornbread.
Actually, that sounds good.
Are you
I make
coming
all-
on the trip video reel?
I make all kinds of cornbread.
Are you coming on the trip video reel?
No, I'm not. L. No.
She was hoping you would be whipping something up for her.
I love making cornbread and breads, and it's actually fun because you can make them different flavors and stuff. Say you want, for just no good reason, say you wanted a sweet bread, then you could, like someone was saying, you could put a little nutmeg or cinnamon in it, and you could make a sweet bread that way by putting a little nutmeg or cinnamon in it.
Love homemade sourdough bread. It's delicious.
I know how to make sourdough, but it takes a little bit more effort than something like
You gotta have
cornbread.
that
Oh, yeah.
starter. That
Hard.
thing.
Yeah, you're gonna have to set aside a little bit more time for sure, because cornbread is actually really easy to make. You can make cornbread in less than the actual mix from scratch. You can make cornbread in a bowl in less than 5 minutes. You just gotta bake it in the oven afterwards. But
No, you can cook it on a little griddle. too.
well, yeah, you're right. You don't even gotta put it in the oven. You could do it on the griddle.
Some cornbread doesn't taste very good. Some is excellent and some doesn't taste very well.
My favorite cornbread is cowboy cornbread. It has beef, corn, tomatoes,
Ooh.
black
Yeah.
beans,
Yeah.
and so it's like a cornbread, but it's kind of like a shepherd's pie in a way. That's the closest thing I could compare it to, is like a shepherd's pie, but it's
Cocktail
cornbread.
tomatoes, cocktail,
Yeah, it's called.
cocktail, black beans.
It's the black Mexican beans. Yeah, you
Yeah,
put
I
those
like
in
them.
it. It's called cowboy cornbread.
Oh, cool.
Like cornmeal much.
Ew.
Well, some people are allergic to it actually, so they can't even be around it. My mother was.
How
My
much?
mother was allergic to cornmeal, but she loved cornbread.
Sometimes you crave the thing you're allergic to, believe it or not.
Correct. You actually are right. A lot of people that have allergies actually do want the thing that they're allergic to. And I mean, that definitely applies towards people with cat allergies, because I've known hundreds of people with cat allergies and they have cats in their home. So
Yeah. I'm allergic. And I get gas.
same with dogs and celery, and some people have broccoli allergies. Some people have carrot allergies, all kinds of stuff.
I have an allergy to chocolate, but whatever. I still eat it.
I've actually
Oh,
heard of
gosh.
some weird allergies I've never known about over the years, and I was like, I would have never thought somebody could be allergic to certain things, but they are.
I don't know
It's like-
why my doctor tested me, an allergist but I'm allergic to yaks.
To
Now,
what?
Please, yaks.
Yeah.
No, come on. What are the odds of me encountering a yak?
It's hilarious.
Yeah. You're allergic to yaks. Oh, okay. Hey,
I'm allergic to a lot of stuff.
you're clear.
Their fur.
Yeah, but come on.
0.00001% chance that you'll
I
ever
had
come
the-
into
when they
contact.
do a giant hive, and they tested me.
Like, why did she break out the day before she passed? Well, she just happened to come across this
I
jacket,
bet.
and it had yak fur on it.
Who knew?
That's so crazy.
I
Because
never asked them
that's
how
that's
allergic
one I
they
wouldn't
were.
think of, but
I'm allergic to
it makes
yaks.
sense.
Yeah, all right. I should put that on the next thing, when you go to the doctor, because I got to get a new doctor. You just say yaks. I'm going to put that on the thing. And my favorite is they say, how would you like to be addressed? You know, like your Mrs. whatever, or your first name. I've put your highness before. I have, and they don't call me.
Did you
Like,
hear
hey,
this?
yes.
This is funny. Here's something
Yeah.
funny. 5-year-old Elijah Peterson from Columbus, Ohio, is getting a lot of positive attention online when his very funny 911 call went viral. The dispatcher said, 911, what's your emergency? Elijah said, sir, it's my dad. Please help. The dispatcher said, Elijah, I want you to stay where you are, okay? Hold on. How do I move? I hate when this thing does this. Come on. Oh my gosh, it's locking up now. I'm trying to read you the rest of it.
The suspense.
I know. I'm not doing it purposely.
It's killing me.
I know, it doesn't. I'm going to stop touching it because the more I touch it, the more it's gonna, okay. It's these stupid pop-up ads that, okay. He called to report that his father had left him home alone. 911 dispatcher Sarah was able to keep a level head and guide the young kid through the situation. The result was an unforgettably funny conversation that cracks up everybody who hears it, even if the situation was a little bit worrying. Hold on, let me see if they don't let us hear it. Sarah almost could not keep herself from laughing out loud the longer she stayed on the line with young Elijah. She knew the situation could have been potentially very serious, and she had to stop making light of the situation, but it was hard given how the conversation was going. She absolutely had to let her colleagues in on this. Let's see here. Okay. After the call, Sarah played back the recording to her colleagues as well as to her friends, and all of them found it hilarious as well. Okay, please tell me you're going to let us hear the call. Okay, next they said, hold on. Okay, afternoon naps were a common habit of young Elijah, and today was no different. His father had just tucked him in for a quick nap, after which Elijah had fallen asleep almost immediately. But of course that was after he had asked his father to prepare his favorite meal for dinner, to which his father had grudgingly agreed. A few hours later, when Elijah finally woke up from his nap, he went downstairs to find his dad didn't in fact prepare Elijah's favorite meal for dinner. Elijah called out for his father, hoping to get a good reason as to why his favorite meal was not yet on the table. Let's see. The 5-year-old got no reply. His father did not answer him. Elijah went to his dad's room, where he wasn't there either. He looked all around the house, but he still couldn't find his dad. Sounds like my story. He couldn't help but wonder if something awful had happened to him, or if this could be some sort of prank. But his father didn't like playing pranks. He didn't even like playing with Elijah at all. Shortly after Elijah began to panic and cry, he was scared that his dad would be gone forever, leaving him no idea what to do. All he wanted to do was at this point was for his family to sit around the dining room with him, laughing and talking like usual, while he enjoyed his favorite meal. But what could he do? He was just he was lost and hungry and all alone. Okay, Elijah was home alone. To make matters worse, he was locked inside as well. He could not even go outside to ask for help from a friendly neighbor whose dog he loved to play with. The young boy reached for the phone and thought about calling someone, and then realized he didn't know anyone's number except for one. His mother had always taught him that there was a number that he could call for help whenever he was in trouble. This was definitely the best possible moment to call this number. Thankfully, the number was short, and he could still remember the 3 numbers, 911, so he looked at the house phone and pressed the right buttons. Meanwhile, at the 911 call center, the evening team was having a quiet shift so far. Only a few calls had been coming in, and of course, that was good news to them. They had some time to relax, get to know each other a little bit, most importantly, not have to worry about any ongoing crimes or crises. Sarah, a dispatcher, picked up the call when she heard the phone ringing. When she answered the line, she could barely hear anything at the other end except for a vague sniffling as someone had been crying. This mildly alarmed Sarah. The caller sounded like a child, and in emergency situations, she knew she had to calm the person down on the other end of the call. When Sarah finally confirmed that the caller was a child, she became even more concerned. It certainly was not the first time that she had a young caller on the line. Thus, she knew how important the importance of treating the situation with caution. It could be nothing, and once in a while, it could be something serious. She was hoping that it would be the former. As Elijah began to talk with her, Sarah listened carefully, making notes as he spoke. According to the child, none of his family members were around, and he had been locked inside the house, but thankfully no one was in immediate danger except the poor boy who wanted to see his family. Relieved that this problem at the moment was that he couldn't find his family, Sarah sent 2 police officers to Elijah's house. They were able to stay with the young boy and keep him company and entertain till his father or another family member returned. If the father didn't return anytime soon, they were to bring him to the station. When the police officers were still on their way to Elijah's house, Sarah kept talking to Elijah, who was cracking her up every second she spent on the phone with the child. Sarah looked like she was trying to keep her composure, holding back laughter and covering the mouthpiece when needed. Wow, this keeps going on. Sarah decided to do a bit of research on Elijah and his dad, and after a quick Google search, she found his father on Facebook. He looked exactly the way Elijah had described him, wearing his signature face cap on all of his recently uploaded images. Glancing through the father's Facebook page turned out to be quite depressing and worrisome, but she kept on scrolling, hoping for a clue as to something that was going on. Sarah scrolled back to a few months ago and saw a post about Elijah's mother. He had mentioned on the post that his wife was no longer around him. He felt lost. A couple of other posts were also about his relationship with his wife, and all seemed to spell out the end to which both had now come to. The couple had a rough time, and remaining together would have caused more harm. It's not sounding so funny, is it? Another thing Sarah noted was the type of posts he made on Facebook following the separation from his wife. Elijah's father made more erratic and strange posts. Sarah couldn't stop wondering where he was and if he and the other kids were truly fine as she had thought before. At this point, Sarah admired Elijah's composure on the phone. All wasn't well in their home, and he acted nothing like how the situation was. Not sure what to make of this information, she called the 2 officers that had arrived at Elijah's and shared all that she had found out. Wow, I didn't think this was going to be this detailed.
Me either.
The 2 officers concluded that it would be best to have Elijah at the station, considering the info that had been provided by Sarah. In the meantime, it was getting late, and something definitely needed to be done, so they took him to the station without much of a struggle. She needed to talk to the boy. Yeah, she needed to talk to the boy about his father, his family situation, and the incredible phone call that they shared. Sarah's supervisor was not so keen at first, but then she began to show her boss all that she had found out, and she additionally let him listen to the call, and that made him change his mind. He agreed that this.
Anything on the call?
Well, not yet. He agreed that this was all valuable information and Sarah should give it to the police. Based on the recorded phone call, which he secretly found hilarious as well, he allowed her to go help and talk to the boy. Sarah was now certainly determined to go to Elijah, but she had to do something else first. Okay. Sarah quickly called the police, who informed her what station the boy had been transported to. She quickly downloaded the recorded conversation onto her phone and left. During the drive, she listened to the recorded call a couple more times, and sometimes she caught herself laughing again. This was the little boy. The way the little boy was describing his father and family life in a stressful situation like this proved how precocious the little boy was. During the drive, Sarah kept getting messages from her colleagues. Apparently, their boss played the recording for other people in the office, and Sarah had left, and they all loved it. The office was transformed from a quiet workplace into a noisy building. Everyone was talking about Sarah and the boy at this point. When she arrived a couple moments later, the police on the spot were already busy processing the case. They had been trying to reach Elijah's father, but this had been unsuccessful so far. It looked like he had his cell phone off, and Elijah's mother was nowhere to be found either. Sarah started explaining to them they were probably not going to reach him and showed them what she had found on the Facebook page. The messages were clear enough for police to start focusing on trying to call Elijah's mother instead. When they were doing this, another officer pointed Sarah to a room where somebody at child services was watching Elijah. Sarah found the woman being absolutely spellbound by what Elijah was telling her. Sarah was very curious at this point why the woman had been talking about Elijah like that. Sarah introduced herself to Elijah as the 911 lady, and she immediately saw his eyes light up. "You're so nice." Elijah gave Sarah a big hug while the woman from child services watched this, being a bit confused about it. Sarah was glad Elijah was safe. Oh my goodness. Starting to feel like this is a joke.
I know, right? Sometimes they drag them out so much.
This
and it
is
ends up-
crazy. I thought this was a funny but now I'm like, do I just stop now or just no? Come on.
No, just keep going.
Okay.
Please. I want to hear the phone call.
I know. I'm waiting now. It's like making me wait here for the next thing here. It's still. Come on.
It's like a 59-page affidavit.
I know, and now it's just making me wait. I'm not going to stop touching it. Come on.
You don't want to hear the audio, Elle.
Why?
I know you don't.
I do.
You
And
don't
now
wanna
I'm
hear
really
it.
getting angry. I think this is doing this on purpose. It's making me angry. Because it's.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm going to.
Hey,
There it goes.
Nicole.
Nick says
Okay.
it's clickbait. It makes you click. To
Is
go to
it?
the
Is
next
that what it
thing,
is,
and
Nick? Because I think it is,
yes,
right?
and it
I think
reads
it
the
is
same
too.
information over and over in different ways, and sounds like what that is.
Let's just see what happens.
She talked to Elijah for a bit, and when he went up to go and read a comic book, the woman watching them took Sarah apart for a moment to ask for an explanation. She wanted to know all the details of the conversation between her and Elijah from beginning to end. Sarah explained that she was the one who guided Elijah through the situation until the police arrived, but her conversation with him and the information she found online later had moved her so much that she felt like she needed to meet him. This is why she wanted to come here, as Sarah explained to the woman. Based on his father's Facebook post, it seemed like Elijah's father had found it difficult to look after his youngest son. He reminded him too much of his ex-wife, and he was openly speculating about his life without him. This sounds like such a joke now. The conversation that Sarah had before with Elijah reflected as much, and she began to retell the conversation in detail. According to Elijah, he knew his daddy didn't like him very much, but he didn't understand why, because he was, in fact, the best kid in the whole wide world. The conversation also went into detail about his dad's typical demeanor. The boy explained called his father a mean, silly Billy and unfair with no hair. Elijah seemed to have a thing for rhyming his insults, making his allegations both serious and funny at the same time.
Wow.
Okay. He also told Sarah he didn't even need anybody to come and pick him up, as he enjoyed having the house to himself, but he did want somebody to talk to since he really didn't like that he was alone. Sarah asked him if he had any brothers and sisters, but turns out he was an only child. As funny as the conversation was, Sarah also knew how serious the situation was for Elijah. Elijah had obviously been somewhere neglected by his father for a while now, culminating in his dad just up and leaving. Besides, you can't leave a 5-year-old boy in such a big house, Sarah thought. You can't leave a 5-year-old boy in any house.
Right.
But finally, some good news came through as well for the young Elijah. The police had managed to reach his mother, and she was coming to pick him up right now. She had no idea what had been going on with her son and ex-husband. She was completely panicked, and when she heard what her son had been through that day. Okay. I'm gonna fight for custody here. At the time, his mother had made a rash decision not to fight for custody, as her children all seemed to love their father a lot more than her, but now it had shown that this was not the case for Elijah. It was time for some action, and she had to make an important decision.
Oh, wow.
For children, all of a sudden.
Yeah, I know. Now it's the
there's-
children.
Okay.
The call eventually did end up online, but not by Sarah's doing. She speculated that one of her colleagues must have shared it. Eventually, Elijah's father also got wind of it. He was not happy about it at all. In the following weeks, he had several phone calls with the police and later even with Sarah. Luckily, there was nothing he could do without getting a case presented to him about how he handled the situation with his son, and thus, after just one angry complaint about 911 operators, they never heard from him again. Elijah, in the meantime, was very happy with his decision to move in with his mother. Oh, get out of here. This story is a work of fiction, created for entertainment. Characters and events are products of the author's imagination.
Yes,
Oh,
fiction.
gosh.
I thought you guys knew that it was fiction.
No, I thought it was real. I was getting the yes. No, I knew it. About halfway
Get to the
through.
best part, Carolyn.
About halfway
The
through.
911 operator is his mother.
Well, you have
No,
to finish
I
it.
would have done it like this. Then the 911 operator fell in love with the father. They got married,
Right.
and the 911
Right.
operator got to be his mother.
But if it was
Right.
that easy,
That's
you
how I
wouldn't
would've
keep
done it
clicking.
too.
But if it was that easy, you wouldn't keep clicking and paying
Well,
advertisers.
nonetheless, the storytelling
Fanfic.
couldn't even get the right number of kids right. It was stupid. Oh, well.
Oh well,
What was the title of that?
I don't know.
Oh.
Why, you want to go read it again?
No,
She lied to
there.
you, Home Alone.
You what?
I was just wondering what it was called.
Oh, I don't know. Some funny 911 call or something. I don't know. That was
There
that
was-
was stupid. That was
Yeah.
really stupid.
They'd never get to the 911 call. It would keep going as long as you keep clicking.
Oh my gosh, it was so crazy. Stupid.
Yeah, they get you.
Oh.
They get you
I knew it, but I didn't want to spoil it for the rest of you.
Uh-huh.
I knew it halfway through. I told you guys, you want to go? And then Elle said, yeah, keep going.
Nick was like the first 1 minute at your story. Nick's like, that's
And then
clickbait.
Nicole came in and it's like, yeah, Nicole, I'm with you on this one.
Sounded weird.
Because
It
I
sounded
got
like really like
frustrated
storybook.
with
And
some of
everybody
those.
was laughing and having a good time talking about Sarah and the boy. It sounded like a C. Dick, C. Jane.
silly Billy.
Yeah, they laughed hard. Sarah laughed hardest. Then
Maybe
she went in the
cute
car,
voice.
the
My
big
favorite
red
thing.
car with the big key.
Jeff
She
says,
pushed
"Read it,
back Daddy's seat and got in.
Jeff."
This would be fun. This would be a fun ride in the car.
What did Jeff say, Scooter? What did Jeff say?
And read it again. Read it again.
No.
I'd like to make up my own.
We can't get those 3 minutes back.
Barb
ever.
said I really like cornbread in the middle of the story, and it made me laugh.
Sarah liked the call. The call was fun. Even though he left his son alone, she laughed and laughed.
What a funny story.
That's a funny story.
I thought that, or I thought they were going to find the father in the bathroom reading the newspaper.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Or like that he had to go to the farm to get a
Brad.
special ingredient for his favorite dinner. But then I thought, like, every time they were saying, my dad doesn't even like me, I'm like, how is this funny?
I know.
So why did
My
they
dad
like him
never
more than the
plays
mother
with
then,
me.
I wonder.
Why
Why
don't
did
they?
they like
Why,
the father more than the mother then?
Yeah.
why don't they
yeah.
just say the ingredient? What is the ingredient?
I don't know.
What's the favorite dinner?
I
Or
don't
if he
know.
was in those,
So vague.
or he died and he tucked him in and it turned out that Daddy had passed
Where-
away.
And then I was thinking it was like my story, the beat the clock story I told you the other night.
No, please don't.
Yeah, no,
So where-
I
I want
won't
to
tell,
find
I
out
won't
where
tell
the
it
father
again,
was.
but I thought it was.
But
I
it
was
made
gonna, I
me
thought it
think-
was going to be a
where the father
funny
went.
story like my beat the clock story.
But
I
Elle
wanna
is
find-
still interested in
Yeah, I want to
finding-
find out where the father went.
He didn't really go.
was he?
Yeah, I don't know. That he was just a deadbeat dad, and then he went to live with his mom.
Yeah,
Yeah, he had some issues on his own.
yeah.
But where did the father go? Why did he leave him?
Because he was a deadbeat dad.
It's a
couldn't-
long story, El. He worked
Oh
for this
yeah,
guy
it's a
for
long,
years.
it is a long story. Did you
No,
realize?
I heard it.
Well, he left
always
his son
going
for a
across the
woman
ocean.
for a woman he met in Costa Rica online.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It wasn't a long story. It was just
Are you
a lot of
kidding me?
waiting. to quit.
No, El. He flew all the way across the world.
And left his son home alone?
And
Yeah.
let
He
his
didn't
son
care.
home alone.
It happened.
But now his son is happy and his mother remarried.
Mm-hmm. It's a happy ending.
And they have a new baby sister on the way.
And they don't call 911 anymore.
Nobody ever leaves him home alone, and he always has food to eat.
He's very happy.
Yes, they make cornbread too.
They do. They make
That's
it
why-
together.
Well,
As a
that's what Mark
family.
said.
And his new dad's name is Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy.
Like the teddy bear.
Theodore, yeah.
That's right, Elle, like teddy bear. Mm-hmm.
I think of Theodore Roosevelt, but I don't know why.
And he's so lucky. He said, I'm the luckiest man in the world to have a little boy like you, Elijah.
Yep. And he's never lonely, and he's always got somebody to play with.
And he always
got
tosses
somebody to play with.
the baseball around with Elijah in the front yard.
Always. In the front yard, not the backyard. They do it in the front yard
They do it in the
together,
front yard
where
every time.
everybody can see their happiness.
And every time his father pulls in from work.
Grown up, his stepfather couldn't have been more proud when he became a major league.
Oh, when he graduated, remember that, Sharon?
Oh yeah.
He was
man,
cheering
not
the
a dry eye
loudest.
in the house. Yeah, it was something.
He was cheering the loudest. And some lady turned around and said, you didn't have to be a father to him. He wasn't your flesh and blood. And he said, there's no difference. And I can't imagine it any other way.
That's right.
That's
What a
my
guy.
boy. And he said, that's my
What a
boy.
guy.
And everybody started crying.
Yeah, he said that's my boy.
Yeah, that's my son.
Right,
He
not
started
ours.
clapping and
He
everybody
said,
just
"That's
started
my
crying
son."
like crazy.
The whole stadium just flooded
Yeah.
tears.
And then when he got accepted to medical school, that was
that
a
after
very
his
proud day.
baseball career?
But not prouder than when he developed that new technique that saved all those lives in Cambodia.
Oh, I know.
He became more than a productive member of society. He was more than that, Al.
And he dedicated
That's lovely.
everything to
Yeah.
his father, his real father, the man who
Happy
raised him.
ending.
And then he married that woman and adopted 3 Cambodian children with her, remember?
That's
Yeah.
right.
The
That's
ones
right.
that, and he,
I
and
thought
he
it was
operated
Costa
on them
Rica.
and saved
No,
you.
it was Cambodia.
Oh, he went to Cambodia to find a woman.
Operation Smile, Al.
No, the kids, Elle, not woman. It was for the kids.
Oh,
He was helping Operation Smile over there, and they adopted 3 kids, and then they had 2 more of their own. And everybody grew up together, and everybody was just the same.
And lived happily ever after. The end. That's how the story went.
And they would always go over to Pop Pop's house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and what a smart move to have more kids. He's such the father of the year.
Yeah.
And then you know what? Every Christmas he sends a card to that 911 operator. He's always been in contact with her.
Never missed a year.
Cry now.
Cute.
He
And
owes
he's
the
kept in
911
touch with her family and everything else. And
You see, Elle, we don't need clickbait. We can do this on our own.
it was a beautiful, beautiful thing. Just so beautiful.
That's so cool.
It is.
It's a beautiful thing.
It was beautiful. Let's try this. Watch this. Let's try this, Sharon.
We should have like an
Once
improv
upon a
night.
time, once upon a time, I'll start this and then we'll pass it along to the next one.
Okay.
Once upon a time, this girl named Bethany her car broke down on the side of the road, and she didn't have her cell phone or anything with her. They didn't even have, this was in the 70s, there was no cell phones. She got out of the car, didn't know what to do, it was dark, and she started to walk along the road. Go ahead, Sharon.
But a passerby, just on a bicycle, if you can even believe it, saw her and stopped and said, "Oh my God, how far along are you?" She goes, "My water just broke, my car died. I'm trying to get to the hospital. My husband's out of town. The baby's a little early. I don't know what to do." On to you, Nicole.
It was a high anxiety situation. Her mind was all over the place, racing. She did not know what to do with herself in that current situation. She was panicking and panicking. So she got in the car, and she was very, very scared and concerned because she doesn't do things like that. Growing up, her parents taught her, don't get in the car with strangers. You don't know
Riding a
what's happening.
bicycle.
On a bicycle.
He's riding a
Don't get on the
bicycle.
Don't get on the bicycle pregnant with strangers. But She had to go against her own parents' advice. She got on the back of that bicycle, water broke, ready to have a baby on her way to the hospital. Go
And when
out.
she finally had the baby, she had twins. And it was crazy because the bike rider had to help her have the babies. And then she, what did she do? She said she wanted to go to the hospital. Could you please call the ambulance? And the ambulance came to get her, brought her to the hospital and her twin babies. And the father came to meet them.
Take it away. Who? Scooter,
Margot.
Margot, or video reel?
Video reel. Margot.
When the husband showed up, the nurses looked out the window and noticed he had a peculiar woman sitting in the driver's seat of the car. As the husband made his way up the elevator, he was thinking about all the things he had been through the last couple of years with his new wife. They had recently just married. It was a wham type of wedding. On the spot, happened on a whim. But the love was there, invincible, could not be stopped. So he made it to the floor where his wife had given labor and been brought to the hospital. He walked into the room and saw his wife lying there with both of the twins, and his heart sank. He thought about the woman in the passenger seat of his car. Who was she? What could she be doing and thinking herself? On to the next person.
Scooter. Scooter?
Oh, I'm eating, so I'm just.
No, you have to get on the story, Scooter.
Boy, way to
It was
ruin
all
a
on
movie.
you, Scooter.
Put the fork down, Scooter.
Oh, go ahead. Mark.
This woman's future, it's in
Come
your
on, Scooter.
hands.
Margot.
She's sleeping. Margot's sleeping. Oh no, is Margot up? Go ahead, Margot.
Margot.
You're going after Margot, Scooter, so put the fork down.
So he went in the hospital room and he seen these two babies, and he knew that there was no way that those babies belonged to him, and he just, all he could think about was this woman in the car with him, and that he just couldn't stay with his wife and the babies, and so he backed out of the hospital room, and Scooter.
Come on, Scooter.
Okay.
You're ending the story.
So he walked out of the hospital room, went down to the car. Is that his wife that's in the car, or the?
No.
We don't know. We don't know who she is in the car. His wife was in the bed.
His
Oh.
wife has had the babies.
Okay, so the woman in the car
Could be a sister, be gentle, Scooter.
said, "What were you doing? Why did you go in the hospital?" And he said, "Well, my mom isn't feeling well, so I just went to visit her and give her some flowers." And she said, "Well, how come I didn't get to meet her? Why didn't you invite me in?" And then he said, okay, somebody else take it. I don't know where this is going.
Okay, then I'll go
Because
back.
she's contagious. She's
Oh.
contagious.
Let me see. And he said, well, my mother has a condition and she doesn't really want anybody to see her because you just know how you react. And it's been that way my whole life. And you just have to understand me. She's a very sweet woman, but she doesn't want anybody to see her, darling. And he hugged her and said, why don't we go to Rita's and get a soft frozen custard? And she said, okay. So they went to Rita's and they stood in line and his mind was racing back to these babies and could they be his children or not? And what must his wife be thinking? And what was he doing here today? And why was he with this other woman? This just didn't seem right. Okay, Sharon.
Well, it didn't seem right because the woman in the hospital was an imposter. The marriage was never valid. She'd falsified all of the documents, everything else, just to get him to marry her. She was already expecting, but never told him that. And so he was tricked into marrying her, and it was a fraudulent marriage because the guy who performed the ceremony wasn't even a real minister at all. It was just something she'd found at the Five and Dime when she was shopping for some toenail clippers. On to you, Nicole.
And come to find out, they weren't his babies at all. But the twist was they belonged to another man. But who was that other man? If you really think back, she had a relationship with somebody never told her husband about. It was the man on the bicycle. They were his children. On to Elle.
Okay, so the man on the bicycle and she decided that they wanted to be together with the babies. So they bought a beautiful house and they stayed together and they had the cutest twins ever and the best love ever. Then the husband came back because he wanted her back. And she wouldn't have any of it. She wanted this other guy. But she kind of, because the babies were his, she didn't want to leave. And they had a great home life and they were very happy and she ignored the old husband.
Go ahead, video reel.
Next.
Oh wow.
Why don't you finish it off for us? Let's get the last part of it.
Okay.
Oh, real video reel.
Wow, Elle, that was deep. You're making me cry over here. Shit.
Headed
Jesus,
for
how do
a
I
happy
lead off of
ending.
that?
Headed
So
for a
early
happy
that
ending.
morning, they were making blueberry pancakes in the kitchen, and the kids were smiling as the sunlight creaked and peeked through the windows. Early morning hours, they were sitting down as a family and having a breakfast together. The eggs, the blueberry pancakes, the kids looking back and forth, looking at the parents. All was good in this home.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's a nice story. Hey, that was way better than the other story. That was really detailed. It feels like that could have happened.
Mr. Carol, let's start another one. Let's do another one. That's fun.
Okay, let's see.
We should have the panel. Oh man, we should have the chat get involved in a story.
Okay, there was a lady
Yeah.
and she was walking along the beach and it was getting to be dusk and she was frantically looking for something. She was picking up her pace now, running, kind of looking at the edge of the water, looking at the sand. She was frantically searching for something. She started to breathe, panic a little bit. Then she kept looking, running, picking up her pace. People on the beach were looking at her. Some guy said, "Ma'am, can I help you?" But she didn't even hear him. She just kept running and running. Go ahead, Sharon.
She's running. And the people are alarmed because she's screaming as she's running. And they can't understand what she's saying. She's not from America. She's from some foreign country. They have no idea what language she's speaking. She's just screaming something. And she runs over to the lifeguard tower and she starts shaking the leg of it as hard as she can and pointing out to sea, and gesturing and, trying to say help, but I don't know what language it was. And Margot.
Oh my gosh. I'm stumped. I wasn't ready. I was thinking it was going to Nicole.
Turns
Okay,
out,
go ahead.
Vanessa,
Go ahead,
It would
Nicole.
be fun, Caroline, to have the chat type in, like, pick, say,
Chad is getting into it here a little bit.
Barb Olson, or then
But
Anne.
I know it's going to be hard for a chat, because it takes so long.
Nicole, your turn.
I have no problem waiting.
Oh, we got to get Barb. I was saying we got to get Barb up here.
Okay, well,
She's
we'll
fun.
put Barb's thing in there. You can knock at the door, but you can't really on the beach until she gets off the beach somehow.
Okay, let's keep her on the beach. Barb, okay?
Keep it on the
She
beach,
didn't
Barb.
She didn't remember why she started running. She just knew that she was running. She didn't know where she was running from or where she was running to. She continued to yell and scream because the lifeguard completely ignored her. She wasn't speaking English. He didn't want anything to do with it. Another man came forward and said, what's wrong? What's wrong? But she kept pointing along the beach like she lost something. And no one could figure out what in the heck was going on with this lady. On to you, Margot.
The poor lady just kept running and running and running, and the lifeguard just kept looking the other way, and so she was counting on this other man to help solve the problem. But nobody could understand what she was talking about. And all of a sudden, they looked out and they saw a head bobbing far out in the water. On to you, video reel.
Oh, wow, again.
Now there's a head in the water, video reel.
Right, the head bobbing in the water.
Attached to a body.
I had this whole glorious story in my mind, and the head bobbing in the water threw me off my rocker. As Vanessa Esquez, the Ecuadorian dancer, had discovered a head bobbing in the water, she was simply just running around the beach looking for the pendant she had lost the night before. Vanessa was trying to remember in her mind, how did I get here? Where's my pendant? Where's the guy I was with? Why is there a head bobbing in the water? Vanessa Esquire, the dancer, is trying to figure all this out while many people are sitting around her, comforting her, asking her what's going on, what happened, who are you, where are you from? And she can't speak English. The only thing going on in her mind is all these variables. Where's my pendant? Who was that awesome, tall, dark, handsome man I was with last night? And why is there a head bobbing in the water? On to the next person.
Scooter.
Oh gosh. And then she said, I don't understand. I only speak Italian. And then L.
Okay, so the pizza guy from up the street just happened to be walking on the beach now, and he also speaks Italian. So he went over to her, and they had a great conversation. She was telling him everything, that she can't find the man she was with last night, and
Tall, dark, and handsome. Tall, dark, and handsome.
Tall, dark, and handsome. And then she walked over to the water to find her pendant. She was looking frantically because she had been in the water with him, and she saw the head bobbing up and down, and she freaked out. And that's what she was trying to tell everyone, that there was a head in the water, but it wasn't the guy she was with last night. It was a stranger.
It was someone else.
Yeah, it was a stranger. So she's really liking this pizza guy. So they're kind of flirting with each other, blah, blah, blah. And then the guy from last night back. And he's like, hi, sweetie. I had a great time last night. What do you want to do today? But now she's torn between that guy and the pizza guy. Next.
And then she shook her head, and none of that was real. If she was just a way to escape what she was so upset about, she didn't know who that was bobbing in the water, and she got a sick feeling. Did she do something to the man she was with last night? Did something happen to him? Was she going to go to jail in a strange country? She got scared. She couldn't find her pendant. Her pendant was the way she got to this strange land. She's never been out of Ecuador in her life. She doesn't even know where she is. The sign says Florida. But could it be? How did she get here? And what's that head bobbing in the water? Now the lifeguard is pulling it in. She's freaking out. She sees the top has black hair, but the head falls off. But it was a mannequin. It's not a real person. She didn't kill anybody. She didn't kill anyone. She feels a sigh of relief. Go ahead, Sharon.
Sharon?
So she heaved this huge sigh of relief. And Raul, who was the man that she was with the night before,
Oh, Raul.
thank God, we can go off and we can start our life together. I thought that you'd killed someone. And she says, oh, no, no, mi amor, I would never kill someone. No, 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 I love you, only you. And so they ran off and they got married and they had 6 children and lived happily ever after.
The end.
The end.
Nicole.
So fun. Oh, that was
Oh, I
the
have
end?
one. I have one to end it.
Do you want to start one?
No, I want to end this
Oh,
one.
you want to continue on that one?
L has alternative ending. Go
Alternative ending?
Yeah.
Alternative ending. Okay, so the next thing you know, she's in bed and she wakes up. It was all a dream, like Dallas with Bobby in the shower.
Mhm.
So it was all a dream, and she's actually going on vacation that day. So that's why she was
Premonition.
dreaming about it, because she was thinking about it all day.
She's having a
And-
premonition.
No, that's not my ending.
Get out of her story.
So she's on the plane to go on her vacation, and the plane crashes, but she survives.
Oh.
She's the only survivor of the whole plane crash.
Oh my gosh.
And she's all dizzy and disoriented because she got really drunk on the plane, and she had Valium.
Oh gosh.
She was like going cuckoo, and she was walking in this like really undeveloped area. She didn't know where to go, what to do. All of a sudden, this tall, dark, and handsome, gorgeous guy comes. It's the guy from her dream. And they end up making out on the beach, and he takes her home to his house.
Oh.
It's just spicy.
To his wife. He wasn't
Who's next?
happy to see her at all. Who the hell is this? What do you think you are, bringing this trollop home with you? I
We have
we
kids
had-
here.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Ivy,
We
long
had
Little
video.
Timmy and little Sonia are here eating their broccoli and their vegetables and everything in front of you. They're being good kids, and you bring this trash home to us. We love you. We've spent our entire lives. We've put everything into this love and relationship. Who is this woman?
Hi V. Good to see you.
V! V's here.
Yeah, I
Hi,
know.
V.
Long time. Oh,
Where
there's
have you been, girl? Who's here?
I miss me.
Ah.
That's funny, Barb.
Can I start one? May I start one?
Yes, I wish we got to get the chat in it somehow.
The
They
who?
got we got to get the chat involved. We
Okay, so what the chat could put a starter up there. Put a starter
Yeah,
up there.
the
Yeah,
chat
that's
could start
good.
it for us.
Okay, let's have Barb start it. For
I
us.
hate this.
Why you do?
Why?
Your brain is so awesome.
I thought you
Scooter.
like creative things.
Yeah, you love Chris.
Dumb.
Who do you want to
Really?
do something else?
Uh-huh.
You want to do something else?
It's
Scooter?
dumb.
What do you want to do, Scooter?
Well,
Do you want to play Name That Tune? That would be fun.
It's dumb.
That's
She
dumb.
really thinks it's dumb.
She really does?
I don't know.
How about Jeopardy?
Ooh, Jeopardy's good.
Jeopardy's good. Jeopardy.
No, that's dumb too.
That kind of mood.
My roommate laughing from across the room.
It's what did you say, Scooter? It was?
I said that's too.
recap.
I'm
I hope
definitely
you feel
Barb
better.
and a little bar.
No one on this stream buys Scooter a shower scrub brush this year. No one.
Why not shower scrub brush?
No, it's her
Just be
stalker.
glad to take a shower.
Actually, it's the lifeguard from.
And Rose.
Oh,
What
yeah.
was that?
Want
And
me to
Rose
ask
thinks
the
it's so
questions? I
funny.
have one with multiple choice.
Ask it now. Ask the chat.
I think Carolyn wants to continue the stories.
We're making up stories.
Oh,
We
you do?
take turns adding on to it.
We want the chat to get in it.
Our Bolton says in a land far, far away.
All right. Heck yeah. In a land. Okay. In a land far, far away, there was an old man, and he was sitting by a rock in the middle of the field. He had been there every single day. He came with his car, he parked it a little ways down, he went to this certain rock in a field, and he sat by the rock all day.
And then
Sharon,
all of a sudden he found a bottle, and it was a beautiful bottle. So he took the top off, and all of a sudden a genie came out. So excited, and she's like, "I'll give you 3 wishes."
Oh,
And
that's
he's
good,
like,
baby. That's
"Okay,
rough
my
and ready.
first wish is to have unlimited wishes." So she says, "Okay, master." And so he was wishing for everything, like $1 million, brand new cars,
But he
never
only
to
had
be
3
upset.
wishes, right? So did he use all his wishes?
His first wish was to have
unlimited wishes.
unlimited wishes.
Oh, but I thought you couldn't. Okay.
You can.
Oh,
And then
It can be very bad though.
he okay, so he let the genie out of the bottle, and he asked for $1 million, or because it's like a couple of decades ago when $1 million meant something. And
why
then
don't you come on, Binky? It'll be easier if you come on.
he wanted to, then he thought the genie was so beautiful, and he was starting to fall in love with the genie, but he knew that would not be good, so he didn't know what to do. So he asked her to make herself ugly so that he didn't have to worry about falling in love with her. Next.
Turns out this old man's name was George. George had been coming to this spot in the field for over 45 years. No one ever knew why George would go there every day. He just did that. Every day, right before sunset, he'd go to the same spot in a field near his house and sit there and just listen to the trees, the birds, the butterflies, and dragonflies. On this particular day, while George was sitting there, Violet came running up the hill out of nowhere, screaming, "Help! Help! Something's wrong!" Violet had blood all over her hands and her dress. It was the most beautiful dress.
Wow, what happened to my genie?
Jeannie's gone.
No, she's not gone.
No, she's there, but she's ugly.
Oh yeah, she's ugly now.
Yeah.
Next.
Okay.
Sharon. That's brilliant.
I just
So-
set it up perfectly.
Okay. So now the genie's very ugly, and Violet's coming running up. Violet's a young 20-something girl, blood all over her dress, screaming wildly. George has never seen her before, but he feels like he's known her his whole life. What's happened? What's happened? She can't even talk. She's shaking. All she's doing is motioning down to this little cabin that's on the edge of the creek there. He looks back at the ugly genie. He says, "Please, wait for me." And he takes the girl by the hand, and she
Violet.
stops at the creek, Violet, and she washes her hands off in the creek, and he sees the blood run from her hands, and he goes up to the cabin door. He doesn't know what he's going to find. And then he slowly opens the door. Go ahead, Sharon.
He slowly opens the door, and inside the cabin, there's an old crone, and she's sitting at a spinning wheel, and she's weaving and spinning dog hair. She's got kennels behind the cabin, and these dogs are snarling, snapping, and he's really afraid of them, doesn't know what to do. And he goes up to the old crone and he says, please, don't let them get me. Don't let them get me. I'm so afraid. Dogs scare me so much. And she said, in order for me to save you, you have to marry me. He says, but you're so old. You're so ugly. It doesn't matter. If you don't marry me, I will not save you, and the dogs will get you, Margot.
What happened? What was the blood from, Sharon?
Well, Elle takes this so seriously, doesn't she?
What is
We
the
don't know
blood?
yet. We don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
So the man doesn't know what he's going to do. He can't marry this ugly old crone. And then he looks around to see where the blood had come from, and it wasn't blood at all. It was Violet who had been dyeing the dog hair red so that woman could weave a beautiful rug.
Go.
And then they found out the old woman was, onto you, Scooter.
I'm just listening.
Oh, come on, Scooter.
Come on, Scooter.
Okay, they found out the old woman was really a gorgeous young girl who said, "Come here, baby. Come to mama."
Come to mom.
Nicole's turn.
Come on up, Rambling Recruiter, if you can save all.
Rambling, get up here, Rambling. Oh my God, please, that would make my night.
Pat said, don't worry about the blood, the pink stuff will take care of it.
So as he went into the room, little girl was behind her with blood all over her dress. He did not know what he was going to see. So he went into the room and he looked around, blood everywhere. And then he looks in the corner and he can't believe his eyes. It's a mother dog with all her puppies. Onto Sharon.
No, Sharon just went.
Onto Elle. Carolyn. It's your turn.
It's a mother dog with all her
Puppies.
puppies, huh? Okay. And the puppies were beautiful, and they were frolicking in the grass, and the woman inside, she wasn't beautiful, but then the man thought, well, I have the genie can make her beautiful. And he can make her young.
What?
And he can make me young, because
The genie can make her beautiful.
Can make her beautiful and make him young, and then we'll have the genie to make our dreams come true, and I can make her into the most beautiful woman and marry her. So he ran out of the cabin and he screamed for the genie, and she came running down, and he said, please make this old woman beautiful and young, and let her look like a supermodel. And the genie did her work, and she turned into a supermodel. And he said, please make me young, take the years of age off me, and make what?
I did that part where she was young and beautiful.
Okay, well, I'm changing it because you want her even more young and beautiful. Okay, so then he said, please make me young and make me the most handsome man of all. And she did, and he looked like, a goddess. And they were like, oh my gosh, and they kissed each other. And he said, and now I want you to make this house, this little cabin, a palace. And she made it this beautiful, beautiful house there on the side of the river. And then he said, I want you to make all these dogs beautiful, friendly dogs, and I want to have a house full of children. And go ahead, who's next?
And Violet comes crashing through the cabin in the horse carriage saying, I've been trying to get y'all's help. Timmy's down the road bleeding. Timmy's down the road bleeding.
There's a lot going on here, she said.
Okay, so what happened was the guy was, George was very anxious about this. So he said, Genie, come with me. So the genie comes with him to the accident site because there was an accident, and that's why the boy was bleeding. And he's like, Genie, please cure this.
Timmy. It's Timmy.
Please cure little Timmy. Please make him okay. Because he was in an accident and I feel really bad and I don't know what to do. So Genie made the boy okay. Then they found out that he had no parents. So they're like, well, we have a bunch of kids. We'll adopt you. So he went there and they adopted him.
But
Okay.
since Head Unlimited, is it over?
I guess. Want to start another one, Nicole?
Well, check your email, Carol, and see if anybody called in that wants to do the
Pinky
story.
is going to start.
Pinky's here.
Hi guys.
Pinky!
My camera won't stay on though.
Oh, weird.
That's okay.
Right.
No, nobody else is here.
See.
Just
Just an
Pinky.
email if you want to do the story. Come on, guys.
I set
Trivia?
it up perfectly. I did. I reeled it back in, and then I set the stage for the story perfectly.
Tell
George,
us.
George was sitting there in a spot that he had sat for years, and nobody ever understood why George would sit alone on the hilltop every day at sunset. And Violet came running up the hill, help, 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 and she had blood on her beautiful dress and her hands. So you just gotta go with it.
So how did you set that up, video reel? Tell us what the story would be if we weren't changing it continuously. What were you hinting at with the girl with blood?
Oh, I don't know. That's the improv of it.
Oh, okay. Hey, I like everybody's creative insight.
I do too. It's cool.
I'm enjoying it. Rambling Recruiter wanted to come up. I wish they would.
What I wanted was for somebody to make.
Rambling Recruiter, you know, somebody was in here saying they were you the other day, but it's a totally different account. Isn't that funny?
I hope that.
They actually, it's that one that says that, still says I'm the Rambling Recruiter, but it's a totally different account.
Oh, it's not. I thought you were talking to me.
No, I'm talking to Rambling. They said they were you, and they have their you in the About section of their channel, but it's not, it's two totally different channels. Did you know that, Rambling?
Maybe it is. We want to just run it by you, Rambling Recruiter. That's all.
They said that they were you, and they changed their name to that. What was that?
More
facilitation, yeah. And it says I am the Rambling Recruiter, but they're two different channels. Your channel is Rambling Recruiter. Isn't that funny, Rambling? Okay. Anyway, all right. You want to start off with a story, Bink?
Yes.
So I'll jump in.
Okay. You want to jump in?
Just listen from the tub. I'm going to go get in the tub and
Okay,
relax.
Scooter.
I know you don't like me now.
Oh, I like you, Bink.
She doesn't like creative things all of a sudden.
What?
She just wants to be obstinate.
I like you.
It's not you.
Don't
It's
worry.
me. Ever since she sent me that no bake fudge.
Once we
it's
put
been
you in her
downhill.
room on vacation on the air mattress, everything will be fine. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Now, let's go on.
Love
She'll have no
y'all.
choice but to like you.
I
Okay.
too, Scooter.
All right. Let's see now.
Yes, they did donate money.
Yeah.
That is true. They did.
Yeah,
$100.
Rambling.
Okay. It's rambling. It's okay. More. That other account is Rambling. Thank you, Rambling, for clearing. We just wanted to make sure that nobody was using your name. We
All
were
right,
worried
let me
about
see.
that.
Okay. Let me see.
Johnny was sitting on the couch, holding his head, looking down at the floor. Not understanding what just took place the last couple hours, Johnny was thinking to himself, what did I do to get here? I've always loved my family, cherished them. What brought us to this day? How did I get to this very moment where detectives are standing in my home surrounding me? My wife is gone. My kids are upstairs, worried, sick. No one knows what's going on. I just want to get in my car. Johnny just kept thinking and thinking. I just want to get in my car and go find my wife. I don't understand how I got here. The detective's asking me questions I don't know the answers to. Of course I love my wife. Next.
Go ahead, Bink.
Where was she?
Oh.
Is it yours, Carolyn? Do you want to go?
No, I don't know. Who wants to go? Want to go, Bink, or you want?
Go for it. Next time I will.
Okay. But he was wondering where his wife was. His kids were fine, and he was grateful for that. But he didn't remember how he got there. He knew who he was. He knew who his kids were. But where was his wife? His wife was a homemaker. She was always home. Everything was left on the counter. She was very cleanly, and everything was always in its place. And he noticed that things were out of place. Drawers were open. There were cooking ingredients on the counter, like she was preparing dinner. He didn't know what was going on. He sat in his car. He was getting very, very frustrated. Bink, it's yours.
And I'm sorry, but where was the wife?
We don't
You have
know.
to make it up.
Oh, that's what, okay, so he came home and now he's sitting in the car because all the stuff.
Johnny's sitting on the couch, holding his head,
Holding
looking down
his
at the
head.
floor. Detectives are standing around Johnny. His kids are upstairs. His wife is nowhere to be found. He doesn't know how he got to this moment where he is. He wants to know where his wife is, but no one knows.
Well, he had forgotten that he had taken the ride down to that boat shop to purchase this boat. And when he woke up, he was dangling upside down in his truck.
Holy moly.
Yeah, he fell off the ravine, off the side of the ditch. But he
Wait,
was
what happened to the police?
I think Johnny
Police
just
were
ate
at
some
the
acid.
house. He's still trying to remember.
Johnny just ate some acid.
He's trying to remember where's his wife? What happened? How did he get there? Why is he holding?
How did he get away
why
from the police? How did he get away from the police?
Well, they weren't there necessarily to arrest him. They were standing there, detectives. They were trying to figure out what the hell happened.
Oh,
But then he was sitting there. He realized he was hanging upside down in his car off the ravine. Did he have his wife with him when he was going there? He didn't know. Was his kids with him? He didn't know. All he knew was he'd go and go get a boat. Al?
Nicole. Oh, okay. All he knows is what? All he knows
That
is
he
what?
was on his way to get a boat.
And he was hanging upside down in the car.
Yeah.
What?
The car flipped
Okay.
over, so he was dangling, yeah. And his wife wasn't in there. You don't know if she ever was.
Okay, what happened with the wife was that she had all the ingredients for the dinner on the table and she realized she was missing something. So she went to the supermarket.
Alright.
But he thought she was gone all day because he hadn't been home. And he just saw all the stuff out there and he was really worried. That's why he called the police. And she comes walking in the door. Hi, honey. I'm going to make dinner now. And he's like, where were you? And she's like, I was at the supermarket getting more ingredients for dinner. And he said, you scared me to death, honey. I called the police. And she's like, oh my gosh, you're crazy. And then the police all left and she finished with the ingredients and started cooking the dinner. And the dinner was really good. They all sat down at the table and ate the dinner and it was delicious.
But Al, the guy was hanging upside down in his vehicle.
This is this guy. I thought Biggie said he got down and went to buy a boat.
No.
I'm so lost.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead. It's okay.
Poor
Biggie,
John.
what
The
happened?
dinner was delicious and she had to clean up her kitchen. And what?
She had to clean up her kitchen and then
I'll take it. He realized
she decided she wanted to
he
wanted to go out to
realized
the-
he was hallucinating.
Thank
She
you.
really wasn't there. That didn't happen. It was just an hallucination. He was still hanging upside down and thinking, what happened? How did I get in this crash? I hope my children are all right. Where is my wife? I don't know what's going on. He saw the flashing lights, the helicopter that was going to pull him out with the jaws of life. They got him out. They got him on the backboard. They got him to the hospital. He didn't know what happened. He just kept saying, where are my wife? Where are my kids? Where is everyone? What happened? Why was I in the car alone? Were they in the car? I don't remember anything. I hit, and they said, well, how could you? You hit your head so hard. He had this huge lump on his head, and he had a concussion, and he was hallucinating. He didn't know anything. He didn't even know if he was married or had kids. Was it all a dream? Go ahead, somebody.
Nicole?
It was all a dream. Then he woke up in the hospital. About 4 weeks later, they had him in a medically induced coma. They needed to monitor his blood pressure, his oxygen. They wanted to make sure he was okay. He'd suffered a concussion. They put him in a coma because of the swelling, and they needed to get the swelling down. He woke up. His wife was there, and his kids were there. And everybody lived happily ever after the end.
Pulled
What
me
was
out
it
of that one.
you said, Nicole?
Do you want me to start one?
Oh, it's over?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all a
I
dream.
don't know.
Unfortunately.
He had a brain injury. He had a brain injury.
Traumatic brain
Okay.
injury.
Okay, so he was in the hospital and he woke up with amnesia. So he didn't remember anything. And so that's really scary. And the nurse came in and said to him, your family's here. So this family walks in and he's like, who the hell are you people? And he doesn't recognize his family. So the family's very upset. They start crying and they leave.
Mm-hmm.
lo and behold, they come back a couple days later and he has his memory back and everything's going to be great. Video?
The end.
Someone can do it.
We should do one where you say like, I remember this guy named Al. You have to do the alphabet. And then the next person says, oh, I remember Al. Didn't I meet him with Betty? And then the next person says, yeah, Al's my brother. Betty's my sister-in-law. And then remember Carol. They were twins. And you just do that, change the name and see how far we could get.
Oh, that's cool.
Bink, what is that thing next to you that's like blue?
Yeah, there's that.
Does anybody see